Let's see how bad the delay is. Audio check. Audio check. Let's see. Hey, it's fine. What up, everybody? What's going on? Okay. Doomsage, hell yes, you made it to a thing. What up, dude? What up? You've been active in the comments for a while. Still cursing your battery? I'm guessing you mean your laptop battery. Taking a bold prediction there. So, sometimes I like to take people along for the ride. It is 11:01, so check-ins have ended. I did ping the players with a heads up, so everybody knows what's happening. Process check-in results. So you have 8 people, nice and concise. Now that the finals got moved. Fianals. Okay. Boom. Get that ready. Save that. And then we'll go up to participants. Shuffle. 1. And 3. And now all I'll look for is make sure no clans are fighting each other in round 1. Evenstar's not part of VM. Mofet, Trigger, Pugnabone, Tretch, me, and Ice Power. Looks good. Looks good. Maps are all set. This is all fine. Is that my YouTube channel? Does it matter? Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Start it. Okay, I gotta find Ice Power. Who's all in? I saw Pugnabone, I saw Tretch. So, Mofet. Trigger. Pug. Tretch. Ice. I don't need to message myself because I know. Billy. And Evenstar. We are live, go, go. At Ice. I have a lobby up. That's not true, but by the time he reads this and or cares, I will. Hey, how's it going? So we have a tournament today. I am playing in it, which is why the screen blocker is up. I didn't want to forget that. Because I do actually want to win, so therefore I will put the blocker up. Yada yada. You know the deal. We have Ice Power round 1, so probably gonna lose, but Who even is Ice Power? So on the left we have Zero, protagonist. That's me, the protagonist. The other side we have Ice Power, Total War, also at 0. And then the map I need is Valley of Thieves. Okay. Done and done. Whoa, chat popped off while I was gone. Welcome back. You'll probably lose. I will probably lose. Hey, Danielle, what up? Yes, I am playing today. We're starting off with Ice Power, so it's good. His first round winning is not going to happen anyway, with or without the blocker. Nah, it's going to happen, dude. I streamed both this and the bronze one. Logic is covering the bronze one, as Enticity messaged just after that. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I'll have to message Enticity about schedule stuff coming up, because things are getting packed. Getting packed. But I was told to mention that this event in general is sponsored by Loremaster of Sotek. He has a podcast called Lorebeards, I believe. Let's see if I can pull that up. Loremaster of Sotek's Discord, the Lore Seeker's Chamber. If you don't know who he is, just type Loremaster of Sotek in on YouTube. Cool dude. I've listened to him for a while because I didn't know anything about Warhammer before playing these games, so I didn't know any of the lore or anything. Listened to a lot of his stuff, and it's pretty good. And he's recently been running a podcast series called like Lorebeards. His Discord is huge, so it's really hard to find what I'm looking for. Stream announcements. Yeah, this is probably... he also streams on Twitch, apparently. Though I mostly know him through YouTube. Christmas. Yeah, it is called Lord Beards. So just look for Lord Beards, either on YouTube or on Twitch, or Lore Master of Sotek. You'll find him. Cool dude. Is pretty big on the community. Not huge in multiplayer. He dabbles in and out, but mostly campaign and lore stuff. But he's fun. If you ever have to do chores around the house, just throw on one of his videos. They're like 3 hours long. He'll get you through it. Ent's not winning his own tourney. Weird. He might have a campaign stream today. I don't know what he's doing. What's Logic's channel? His Discord or his YouTube? His YouTube I can get for you right now. Logic_EU. There. There's that. I'm sure his YouTube videos have links to his Discord. Ice Power lost to some Russian guy once. Can't be very good. That's true. It's true. Anybody who loses to anybody is instantly bad. Lobby is up. I just DM'd him. Sometimes he has server notifications turned off, so he might not even know the game's up. Pick 2. I mean, you know I'm going to put Skaven in my pick 2. Skaven Tomb Kings has been pretty fun for me recently. I might just do that. Wasn't he dating that Russian bunnies? I don't even know what that means. Huge supporter of the ladder. That is true. Sotek do be throwing money at the ladder. I heard $75,000. I think that's accurate. I think that's true. While we're waiting on Ice Power, who is now here. Yo. I was going to show you a picture of a cat, but you don't get it now. You don't get to see the cat. Cat is beyond your understanding. I'll go Skaven TK. Look at him up there being majestic. Look at him go. He's beautiful. Look at this cat. Look at this cat. Look at him. Such a good boy. His name's Ed, and he's wonderful. Oh, wasn't he dating that Russian Deadly Bunnies? I see. Alright, sorry. Instant Chaos pick? Nah, dude, Chaos sucks, bro. Chaos is the worst faction in the game. Chunky cats are also good cats. Doesn't mean they're bad cats. Is Hazel fine? Yeah. She was being a bit squirrely, so I gave her some of her lunch in a ball that rolls around and there's a tiny hole in it, so sometimes food will fall out, so she has to roll it around a bunch. Hoping to get some of her energy out. But if she comes in hot, I might have to kennel her for the stream, because she was like jumping all over me and stuff, and that's fine and cute when I'm casting, but when I'm trying to play, it's like, alright, now I need to cast a fireball over, and my left arm is down. Alright, playing with just the mouse while there's a 60-pound dog on my arm. Glorified sphere of a feline. He's just looking out the window. He's just having his day. Vampire counts. Alright. Let's do it. We'll go Tomb Kings. Hey, Cuden. Tomb Kings or Skaven? I actually really like both. Oh, you're talking about your cat. My bad. I really like both matchups. Best chance of winning is probably Tomb Kings. Or is it? Skaven. I can't go Chaos. I have to go Chaos. I have to go Skaven or Tomb Kings. Those are the two I picked. I'll do Skaven. Tomb Kings is the better matchup on paper, but I know this one better. And with Ice Power, I'm going to have to use my best chance to win every single time. No faffing about. Okay, let's look through the builds and see if we see anything inspiring. Tomb Kings, you can never lose to VC, just rage quit before the end screen, then you didn't lose. Got him. Got him with facts and logic there. This build looks okay. Don't know about some of these spells. Don't know about a lot of these choices. Whatever Human Boy made this build was dumb as hell. Let's say that. There's some stuff in it I like. Trade you out for you. I don't know if I like that. Cut you two. Oh boy, at this point I maybe should have just made an entirely new build, but oh well, we're here. So how do I get this? We do like that. Are you worth it or are you just too expensive? Says I. Get rid of that. Get these. Oh, I don't know. Do I need this? Guys, do I need this? Why can't you tell me what I need behind the blocker? God. I don't love this. Never mind. Fuck that. I need to save 50 gold. This isn't the worst thing I've ever seen. Okay. This is fun. We'll try this. Never mind that, they're rubbish. That's true. I have not watched Monster Man Masamune yet. It seemed a little risque for me. Just take the RR Warp Cannon like you always do. It's really good. It's really good in a lot of matchups. Resetting a mage's cooldowns while killing them is, you know, pretty freaking good. It's one of the few good tools Skaven have at the moment. But yeah, no. Doomsage, you can insult my pets, it's fine. It's fine. They can't read. They will never see this. You would recommend 4 Death Runners? I don't hate the ROR Death Runner in this matchup occasionally. They could be good at clearing out Graveguard and Vlad in the late game. But I don't have the money for them in this current iteration of what I'm running. Unfortunately. Alright, ice is ready. Blocker coming down. Goodbye, blocker. You served us well. Oh, ice unreadied. Well, hopefully he'll ready up again soon, but oh well. Build's already out there. You could just pause it if you wanted to. So we do have some warp fires. I thought they could be good against Vargolfs, maybe. Could be fun. Oh, Bowmore. Bowmore, you treasure. I forgot to even post that I was streaming. I told no one this stream was happening. Alright, well, here we are. I'm surprised 12 of you showed up until then. Plague Monks destroy zombies. That's true. I have a couple builds where I have like 2 Plague Monks to defend my rear. Okay, let's do this. So, we are outnumbered, which is Skaven is new. Go away. Skirmish mode off, guard mode on. So we do have the RL Warp Lightning. Big surprise. Big shocker. Everyone's flipping out. We also have some warp fires, so that'll be fun. Skaven Tomb Kings is quite weak to a Chaos counterpick. No. No, it's not. Chaos is big, stupid, and can never defeat me. Alright. So, Skavinos. We want to leave the Warp Fire Throwers an angle to shoot. Actually, let's put the Tail Slashers there. Okay. So that's all going fine. We have some Rat Ogres to back them up. Ooh, I don't really want a Clan Rat Spear all the way back here. Let's put a Skaven Slave all the way back here. It's kind of a... Clan Rats are a good unit to leave in the rear for too long. Okay. I will put this Clan Rat up here to bail us out of a situation, if there is one. Rat Ogre over here. That's fine. Grey Seer of Plague with some summons and assassins to muck up zombies while the Warp Fire Throwers shoot them. Right. Hey, Hanadans. What up? I'm a mod, so I have to tell you to notify all. I have to push you into cultured things. Yeah. It's pretty bad when you forget to tell anybody you're streaming. It's a big whoops. Who messaged me? What's going on? Hammond, hi. Why you know Norska? Because it's a serious tournament, and I want to win, and I want to play a faction that has a chance. Duh. That's why I play Skaven, top tier. Alright. I played one warm-up game before this. We're good. Let's do this. We're gonna do great. We're gonna do awesome. Okay. That's a lot of dogs and stuff. See a lot of dogs in there I don't want to see. What kind of lord is it? Blood Dragon. Gaze and Gash. Okay. Nobody's behind me for the moment, so that's fine. And I need this Warp Lightning Cannon to finish moving. Put it on the lord. Okay. Belseer, get some stuff going. Move a little bit. He's out of range to shoot these Crypt Horrors that are a little too far up. Might as well get some damage in while we can. Ooh, actually, alright, finish the shot you're charging. Alright, one of you fired, perfect. The rest of you shoot at that Necromancer. Get him! Alright, so Necromancer's not having a great time. We have another Corpse Cart. We have another Necromancer. So it looks like he's hoping to just Gaze into Gash spam us, I guess? I don't know. Seems okay. My Assassins are both hidden right now, and the Grey Seer doesn't usually take too much damage from Gaze into Gash. So I'm okay with this in general. I'm not going to shoot at his Lord. He's too proficient at dodging with it. I'm just going to shoot the Necromancer instead. Get some friendly fire onto... Well, not friendly fire. Incidental fire onto Crypt Ghouls. I could net him right now, but by the time the lightning cannons turned around, it wouldn't be super worth it. Okay, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm not that kind of Grace here. I'm used to having my aerial net, but I'm like, I don't have it. No, no. Oh, okay, you could see my assassin. I was like, what? Okay, he did some damage to the assassin. Good job. Good for you. Back to shooting the necromancers. Move up with some rat ogres. Leave some in the back here to defend things. More fire throwers are doing more fire things. Red Togri, go over there. Go over here. Globes move up. Go shoot at that. For fire throwers, kill everything that stops at the assassin. Assassin, go stop some things. Throw down your debuff there. Okay, throw that out. If he starts to run away, we're going to cancel it. But he didn't. In fact, he's doubling down. All right. Okay, throw these out. More fire throwers are doing great. Rat ogres. Come here, come here, come here. That necromancer is dead. Let's throw the warp lightnings on this guy. Okay, come this way. Summon here. You guys fall back. You move up. Cleared out the front line quite nicely, I think. Rat ogres are killing a lot of stuff. Rat ogres are killing a lot of Vampire Lord. I do want to throw a Scorch over there and dodge the Vargulf at the same time. And Ice Power's going to leave? Okay. All right. I did not think that was over. Okay. Don't really know what to say about that. Build felt okay. Or fire throwers did okay. Ah, GG. No Eshin Sorcerer strat today? No, I've played that against Ice before and he defeated it, so I thought I wouldn't do it again. Yo, that was some sweet Skaven play. Thanks! I feel like I didn't do that much, but alright. We'll take it. GG. I mean, we got Warp Fire Throwers. They did okay. Karak Asgal is the next map. There it is. I had the Necro selected for Neck, not Dragon. See, I know winning after that. Oh, I killed his Necromancer that had Invocation to Heck, I think. Damn. Hate to see it. Maps up. Beastmen and Dark Elves. Beastmen and Dark Elves. Beastmen and Dark Elves. Beastmen and Dark Elves. Karak Asgal. Well, Tomb Kings are even into Dark Elves, kind of weak to Beastmen. I could pick Beastmen, he would pick Dark Elves. Don't really want to do that. Bretonia's not really an option against Beastmen. I could go Chaos, but I hate Chaos with a passion. Wood Elves is strong there, but I don't know them very well. Oh, Empire's good. We'll do Empire. Imperial. Maybe bet on Greenskins. Greenskins would be good. Kinda. Like, they're weakened to Beastmen, in my opinion, weakened to Dark Elves, but I have a build against Beastmen that I like, so maybe it would do okay. Maybe. But Empire's good. We don't play a lot of Empire on the channel, so it's good to get some of their content out. High Elves, lots of fire resist to counter Torox. Imric gives them the business. Yeah. I know the Phoenix King likes that matchup a lot as the High Elves, but I've struggled in it. I've struggled the Beastman High Elf matchup as both sides, because I took Phoenix King's build and it had Tyrion in it, and Tyrion always beat up my Doom Bull. Doom Bull or Torox, either or he beat him up. So then I tried it in one of Anticity's tournaments. I took Doom Bull. Wait, no. I took Tyrion against Torox. That was it. Tyrion beat up Torox, but then Doom Bull beat up Tyrion on my stream, and I tested it, and I guess I just had bad RNG, because Doom Bull kept beating Tyrion. I'm like, wow, Doom Bull's the counter to Tyrion. And then on one of Anticity's streams, I got Doom Bull. I have the Doom Bull, which in practice always beat Tyrion. And then Tyrion's out in the middle of nowhere, so I charge him with just Doom Bull. I'm going to 1v1 him. Because I'm in my brain, I'm like, I got this. And Enticity in his cast later, I checked it out, and he was like, don't know what Human Boy's doing here, just charging Doom Bull into Tyrion. He's gonna die. And I'm like, in my brain, he's gonna win. He does not. And Tyrion just beat him to death. So as the Beastman, I lost my Lord in like 2 seconds. And I was like, what? Wait, no, I tried this like 100 times. Tyrion loses. He doesn't lose. I tried it after that. Tyrion won it every time after that. So I just had some bad tests in a row. And I was like, well, that looks silly. Dark Elves. Okay. I had a build for this I liked decently. Okay, so this is Houseplant's build. There were parts of it I liked. I'm going to scrap it though, because I remember it was just too different. So we'll go Volkmar. Actually. No, we have schemes. We have plans. Today is the day Ice Power is defeated. But I need to block her out because it's so secret. It's so secret. It's the most secret thing you've ever seen. Okay. So how do we do this? Yes. Yes. Perfect. Oh, you don't even know what's going down. You don't even know. This is risky, though. I won't say it's not risky, because it is. It's the riskiest things anyone's ever done in their entire life, is this. Those people that are climbing skyscrapers with no ropes or anything, fuck that, this is riskier. It's risky business. So we have those. But what kills infantry? Infantry could be a problem with this build. Then again, it's infantry, who cares? All my homies hate infantry. We'll get one of these. And now I have a really awkward amount of gold. I could get a fourth one of you with 5 gold. 5 gold, where do I get it? Oh no. Let's downgrade one of you to this. Yes, no, yes, no. I don't know. This money is not working out very well. 700. Okay, if we get 2 swordsmen, we can downgrade 2 of you to regular spears, and then I have 20 gold, which I can spend on a 0 gold spend. There. This is the jankiest build, but it's glorious, and it's gonna win. We got Gelt, baby! Gelt, let's go! Palpatine, I was thinking Franz. I was thinking Franz and 2... 2 Empire Captains and Franz, and then I was like, wait, I don't have a caster. And then I was like, okay, I could go Franz and one captain and then a net caster. Oh wait, I need a life caster. So. Sad. So I got Gelt and 2 captains. So we do have a flying squad to duel with Morathi and the double manticores. It's gonna be glorious. I don't know if it's gonna work. Alright. Then we have 2 cannons for Scourge Runners and/or Cavalry, also to force him into us. We have Grenade Launcher Outriders to clear infantry in the late game, if we get to the late game. I actually don't want Guard Mode on you, and I do want Skirmish Mode on, because if I forget about you, run away. Very much run away. We have 2 Pistoliers. Pistoliers are good at aiding the air fight, and they do okay against, like, Dark Rider repeater crossbows or something like that. I don't know. Pistoliers are just great for 500 gold. And then a bunch of state troops. So the build is mostly mobile, which is why we could do a very tight, very layered formation. That is extremely weak to Soul Stealer now that I see that, so I'm going to spread it out a little bit. Okay. So that's fine. That's fine. Grenade launchers, yeah, fine. Gelt Daddy, you 2. You 2. Wait, you 2 are both selected? Okay, you 2, and then all the infantry. This is a build. It's fine. This is a build. I don't really want to be near those rocks. I don't want to be near that hill either. It's kind of an awkward map. I guess we'll be near the rocks. It's whatever. It's fine. We'll be there. Alright, how do we feel? Ready, ready. Good luck, have fun. Double Empire Paladins, as Turn would say. It's true. It's true. That's pretty much what they are. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this. I'm gonna lose! Oh, I never updated my score. Repsils! I do have a point. Alright, we're back. And Ice Power's ready, let's do this. Kill that Scourge Runner. You guys, go be annoying. You guys, go be annoying. You also go be annoying. Everybody be annoying! You, get ready for a final trans. Empire Captain, you come this way. Move some infantry up a little bit this direction since nothing's actually flanking us on that side. Though I do still want not skirmish, unbreakable dudes on front. Not me outriders, no! No! Not me outriders! What have they ever done to you? No, no! Grenade launcher's taking some damage. Doing our best to dodge. Okay, cannons are doing the work of the gods. Let's try to sneak over here and do a little bit of grenading. You guys all do that. Morathi might be very overextended here. No, shoot her! The one I told you to shoot! Shoot her! And that's gonna be a bad one. Okay, Soul Stealer's out, so charge Morathi. Fuck. No, I hate when it miscasts like that. Well, okay, that's a wasted one. Cannons doing what they can. You go kill some infantry. No, click on the infantry. We're having a struggle today. You guys fall back. Infantry, attack all of them. Is Morathi outrunning our double captains? That's a little unfortunate. 105, 105. Okay, but they're getting their charge bonus, so maybe they'll go kill her. I don't know. We will see. Pistoliers need to keep running. No. Keep running. This is not going ideally. Unbreakable Frontline's doing well, though, so that's good. Okay. You guys all run away. Go back here. Turn skirmish mode back on. You guys come in here. Marathi's still running from my double paladin man. So that's okay. I mean, kind of sucks they aren't catching her. You think charge bonus would help them out there, but that's fine, I guess. Doop, doop, doop. These pistoliers really are not firing, which, as most of you know, I hate skirmish cav, and this would be part of the reason why, is they're rather inconsistent. Okay. Fire, you degenerates! I know most of you have 360. Fuck it. Fuck it. Just go into melee. That's GG, unfortunately. Captain's underperformed, which is not entirely shocking. Pistoliers really shit the bed this game, though. Like, last time I used them, they were really great, and in this game, they just would not fire at the right targets at any time, and that was really bad. Because I had him up in front. Like, Marathi made a huge mistake in the early game where she dove down and then she got on the ground in front of 4 pistoliers, and they were shooting at spearmen behind her, even though they had attack orders on her, and then I had to run away. So it's like, well, if you're defaulting to your previous attack order, you should shoot Marathi, who's right in front of you. Or, if you're defaulting to closest target, you should shoot Marathi, who's right in front of you. And they were like, no, 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 no. No, no, no. We have a proposition for you, because we're skirmish cavalry, and you love us. What if we shoot at the random shielded chaff behind Marathi? Thoughts? Fuck skirmish cav, dude. I hate it so much. It's so annoying and shitty. I hate it. Yeah, Gelt double captain sucked, unfortunately. La GG. Cannons did great. Cannons did great. What up, Wicked D? What up, dude? Map 3, yeah, I gotta look. It is Blood Pine Woods. Small map. Blood Pine Woods. Got him. Got. Yep, finger's not working. Got it, you're up. 1-1. Also, that first final trans went horribly awry. That happens. I was trying to click it on the banner of the Manticore so it would follow the Manticore around, and it was like on the banner, and then as soon as I clicked it, it was off, and I had no spells off cooldown that I could cancel the miscast. Which is a shame. Skirmish Cav loving ignoring orders. That's true. Hey, Grumbundle. Frizz Froz, it's not... Yeah. I mean, it always sucks to lose, but it's not that unfortunate. I think I just played like poop. Why Empire Captain sounds like they got kicked in the balls? But they do. Especially greenskins. I was learning to play them. I really like greenskins recently with like a basic archer line and some chariots and some trolls and stuff, like that kind of thing. But I almost never play greenskins with a bunch of skirmish cav. And the reason is I feel like even when they use all of their ammunition, they don't pay for themselves. So why wouldn't I just get their regular cav, which is cheaper and has better melee stats? It's been working for me okay. Beastman, greenskins, chaos, ban vampire counts. Okay. I mean, I could go Beastman, ban chaos. I mean, Beastman, ban Beastman. Yeah. Beastman, ban Beastman, and then he goes greenskins or chaos. That's one way of doing it. To be honest, I'd ignore orders if I were skirmish cav too, because lol, why not? Who's gonna catch me? True. Is true. Alright, put a little blocker thing. I will win a tourney, says the blocker. Press X to doubt, but sure. Obviously greenskins. Obviously. Obviously. English. My best language. Well, Chaos is better. But I'm sick of that matchup. Fair. Oh boy. Always won it. Then I got rouletted by a Cygor. Ah, I see. So just CBA. I don't know what CBA is. I do not know. So, what do we want to be doing here? Let's do this. Yes, okay, alright. Yes. Very good, yes. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Confirmation noises? Yep. Jabba is good in this matchup? You mean Jabba the Hutt? Uka Wakadinga Han Solo? I don't think so. I won't be fooled by your lies about Han Solo in this chat. Let's go with some of these. Do we need these? Do we need those? I don't know if I need those. Let's get rid of these. None of these either. Other vague nonsense that you guys can't see. I get some of these, but I don't really want them. I don't care about them. Okay. Now we're out of money. Classic. Life is hard. A lot of money. I don't know what to do about that. Could get some good boys. We love good boys. And you, and then 1 gold spend. Alright. We'll take it. $1 gold spend. We'll take it. I wonder what's up Ice's sleeve. Because I know what build I usually like versus Beastman. It works okay for me. Aw. Hazel's looking off into the distance. Look at him. Look at her go. She's dreaming of being a tax attorney in a good neighborhood. Who's a good lady? She's the best lady. She's also very sleepy. Ice type me, what up? BRB? Okay, BRB. Beats Grom, trust you. I know for a fact Kazrak does beat Grom 1v1. The problem is Grom can regen and run away and provides buffs to everyone around him. And Kazrak gets stuck in like stone trolls or spider riders and then just dies. That's the problem. I'm trying to think what my build could use. I think it's okay. Beastmen are strangely expensive. Like, you wouldn't think of them as an expensive faction because they're savages that live in the woods with pointy sticks. Like, pointy sticks blow their minds. Yet they are. How old is she? We don't know. We think she's almost 1. Because we adopted her in July. And when we adopted her, they said they found her on a reservation just wandering next to the road. And they said she's about 3 months. But then when we took her into the vet after we got her just as a checkup, like, what's up with this dog? Does it have anything we should worry about? Is it a murderer? The dog said she was a murderer, but she had all of her permanent teeth in, so he's like, this dog is at least 6 months old. So we don't know when she was born. We just put it at February 1st. It's like, February 1st you were born. Until we find a dog birth certificate. That's all we know about you. They never run away if you also bring a Cygor to shoot him. I don't think Cygors do that much damage versus greenskins. They're kind of spread out and cheap. But Hazel is a murderer, don't get me wrong. She has killed and she will kill again. Speaking of killing and killing again, while we're sitting here, I might as well shell some merch, bro. Is this the thing? Yeah, I'm almost done with my, like, children's book thing. Derp Deepest Kills Guy. Derp Deepest presents Derp Deepest Kills Guy. Spoiler alert. Main character kills somebody. Doesn't mean to, it's an accident, but you know, sometimes when you're casting dangerous magic and it actually hits somebody, you know, I'm probably gonna die. All the pages are done, I just gotta finish the back page and then order one and see how it looks. And then I can put it for sale in the store. But, yeah. Also, Ice Power came back, so we're in the game. Let's do this. Delete that, blocker come down, and we're done filling for time. We're here. What up, Zypher? What up, dude? 900 models from the Greenskins. I am not frightened, but cautious. I am cautious. Okay, put you there. Ungors. I don't want to go too aggressively Vanguard and like... Because he only has 900 models, so I have no idea what I'm running into. We'll do that. And then you two chariots can be in the trees. That's fine. Go Rogue Idol Arwar to face off against the Cygor. I'm the Beastman! A certain JK may not like the front cover. Do you mean Kennedy? JK Rowling? Oh, yeah. Because she totally owns the concept of wizards, yep. It's also a parody. It's a parody book of Harry Potter. And it's not... It's not even long. You know what? She can bite my ass. As soon as Harry Potter kills a fucking guy, it's an IP. What am I doing with my control groups? I lost track. I was busy yelling at deadly bunnies. Classic bunnies distracting me, so I have to yell at them. Okay, this looks like a build. Ready, good looking fun. But yes, deadly bunnies. It's just the entire book is a joke on Harry Potter. That's all it is. It's okay. It's like the Scary Movie franchise, if you ever saw that. They didn't get sued by, like, Scream and Saw and all those movies they ripped off because they're just making fun of them. Like, you have a right to satire. Okay. Let's do this. So, we have 5 Skirmish Cav, Triple Stone Troll, Double Black Orc, Scrum the Paunch, River Troll Hag, and 3 Goblins. I accept. Infantry, go eat the arrows for me. You two stay back. You all get up here. There's a little goblin who was casting something and now is thinking better of it, but is now casting it again. Okay. Centaurs hang back. I mean, are the wolves faster than you? Yeah, the wolves are... Wait, the wolves aren't faster than you. Just go get them. Okay. Magic missiles coming in. Hazel's yipping in the background. Try to catch those guys. Advance slowly. Go over there. This Centaur and this dog come over here. Okay. You're having a tough time catching them. Run away. You're using a lot of their ammo. This is fine. Just move up. Can you get behind this rock? Behind the rock, behind the rock, behind the rock. Okay, I went for the Jabberslaw. Okay, move up, move up. Kill that, I guess. He's taunting me and I don't like it. Centaurs, dogs, you guys. So Gorbel and you get in here along with the butchers. Chariots, if you could avoid being dumb, that would be good. Would be most good. Run in here, brass body. Purple sun, if the black orcs ever group up, but for now we will not. Let's Spirit Leech that little guy. Just be as annoying as possible. Okay. Taking a lot of leadership debuffs, which is not good. But we can have Centaurs come back, and dogs will chase off these. You guys are plowing in, that's fine, that's fine. This is all fine. Torox, go bail him out along with the Minotaurs. While Grom is not here. Purple Sun on them. Centaurs come around back. So Grom's not here to help his precious stone trolls who are now routing all around. That Purple Sun went horribly awry, which is a little unfortunate, but oh well, it happens. Jabberslythe, try to get out of there. Chariots 2. It's going okay for now. Another Spirit Leech onto him, just get rid of him. And Stone Trolls are running for the hills. These little Umber Raiders have taken all the damage in the world. Dogs have shattered those guys. Jabberslythe is free and clear. Okay. Chariots and Centaurs that are over here. I need you to chase off these Stone Trolls forever for me. Thank you very much. You are doing very great work. Good job. This little guy can stay here, and Centaurs, go help those Chariots stay on message. Fourth path through if you can. Torox is over here fighting. You're still running around in circles with your best friend. That's really cute and stuff, but I have other things for you to do today. Okay, come in here, do this. Chariot Caster, still run around in circles with your little friend. That's fine, I don't have anything else for you to do today. That's fine, do whatever you want to do. Why don't you just do what you want to do? It's fine, I'm not mad. I'm glad. Holy crap, dude, just kill him. Alright, we're gonna Spirit Leech Grom the Paunch. I think that hit Grom, yes, because he's getting a little low in health, and maybe we could do something there. Torox needs to beat him up. Over here, we're doing great. And you're still fighting that one goblin, but that's fine, you do you. I don't need your help. I am a strong, independent human boy, and that is totally fine. This is all just great. This is all great and dandy. That's fine. Don't kill him! Who needs you to kill him? Who needs you to kill? I don't have a million things going on that I could use your help with. No! No! You take your time! You just take all the little time your little body needs. Okay? You do whatever you gotta do. There you go, he's finally routing. Okay, let's go help Torox, because Torox is in deep danger. Centaurs run over here instead. And that Shaman tried to get a little attack there, but yeah. He just missed a little bit. Jabberslythe's back. Let's use it to run over here. Chariots, come with me. And you'll see in a world of pure passion. Centaurs run off all of them. You just try to stay alive. Torox, if you can push through, push through. Jibber jabber. Come with me. Okay, turn on Grom. Beat him in the face. You have brass body. You have brass body. Whoop his ass. If Torox can kill Grom, we've got this 100%. If he can't, we're probably gonna lose. Okay, nice dive, nice dive. You missed the target, but you know what? You're doing great. You're doing your best. Woo! Woo! That boy's got moves. Come on, hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. Yes, good surround, good surround, good surround. Yes, get him, get him. Yes, get him. Get in there. Beat his ass, beat his ass. Finish him off. Get him, get him. No, don't let him get away. Hazel's all upset. Okay, get the River Troll Hag. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Tuskers will run him off. Tuskers will run him off. Torox, hang in there! No! Not like this! Hit her! Don't let it die! Goblins have stopped my chariots. No! This must not be allowed to pass. I have a bunch of infantry that's been standing around somewhere while I've been focusing on Torox. No! No, we lost Torox! Run, Grom, run. Run, Grom, run. Run, Grom, run. Get... Are you guys seriously getting stopped? Okay, they're wolves. I accept that a little bit more. Okay, so we have a bunch of infantry. Grom, just run off. Don't rally. He's gonna rally. Fuck! Okay. It's fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Yeah. Escort chariots, go over there. You go over there. Escort chariots, dude. You guys are stuck in these wolves. Okay. Get them, Tuskors. Get them. Got some rallying units. Got some rallying units. Come on. Rout him. Rout him again. He's taking some damage. He's attacked in the rear. Come on. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. All my infantry that's here turn around and fight the hag, I guess. Chariots are still trying to deal with this. Oh, Grom, how do you not shatter off the map, you piece of shit? Everything's routing. That's a sad day. Kind of surprised that Jabber Scythe is still gone. That's GG. Grom, you're bullshit. I hate you so much. A lot of things went wrong in that game, unfortunately. My Purple Sun went off into Nowhere's Land, and it didn't do much damage to those Black Orcs, which is very unfortunate. And then that Chariot just rolling around the Goblin Great Shaman for 55 years was really unlucky. Yeah. If I had to be honest, I feel like I played better and I got unlucky that game. Like, just being completely honest, because it was like... so much just went like RNG wrong, which is unfortunate. Ice played fine. Yeah. Hi, Hazel. Oh, it's a frustrating way to lose when you feel like you didn't deserve it. I don't agree that his build should hard counter mine. Skirmish Cav didn't really have very much to do. And I have better single entities. Like, what? ITP plus trolls should hard counter SE Blub. But you left the trolls. So I routed 2 while Grom was away. They just died? Grom didn't leave, they terror routed, they just regular routed. But Grom wasn't there to stop fear. Anyway, GGG. See ya, mate. Okay. So, what's the next matchup? It would be Ice Power versus Evenstar. Oh, a rematch. Okay. I will message them and get them to set up a lobby. At Ice Power, at Evenstar. I'll be there soon. Open spec slot, please. Okay, so while that happens, while they get a lobby together, look at what Ice is talking about, because I was pretty sure Grom left 2 of his stone trolls and then I ran over and beat their ass. I was pretty sure. Yada yada, skirmish phase, good for them, skirmish phase, yep, no one cares. So I think it's these two. Because at one point, Grom goes up and over here. Times 2 speed. So we're fighting, we're fighting, we're fighting, we're fighting, we're fighting. Grom's here, good for them. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, and then Grom leaves. This is what I was talking about. What is he talking about that Grom didn't leave them? He totally left them. They don't have an ITP aura. Because you can see Grom's ITP aura there under the giant river troll hag. But these guys are all alone, and they're fighting the terror-causing butchers of Kalkengard. And then they terror out. Alright, so Ice doesn't know what he's talking about. Over here, the purple sun. Oh, he dodged it. Okay, so that's not RNG. He just dodged it. He ran away with a bunch of his black orcs. Ice saying I don't know what I'm talking about. Do you know how Grom's ITP works? Of course I do, but if he's not there, they don't fucking get it. Don't know what he's talking about. God damn it, thinking I don't know nothing. Now we get to watch this. Took him so long to kill that fucking Goblin Great Shaman. Well, not even Great Shaman, just Goblin Shaman. Because he has 38 melee attack with a bonus versus infantry, and that guy has 26 melee defense, and you just kept knocking him over, rolling around him. Very silly. Very silly. Not replays. Sorry. Muscle memory. Nice power versus even star. Boom. I expected to. And we are in. Alright, what happened with this? If Grom left, I think you would have had that. Yeah, I agree, Chasing Rainbows. How many matchups today? There's 8 people in the tournament, so 4 quarterfinals, 2 semis, and 1 final. Though usually how this is going to go is I cast my own game in the quarters, then I fell out, so now I'll cast one of the semis, and if the other semi is still going, I'll go cast that, and then go to the finals. But yeah. Everything's best of 3. I remember how ITP works. It doesn't work if he's not there. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I will not succumb to violence on this stream. Because there's a pup. Hazel, Basil! Well, goodbye, Hazel. GG, though. If you want any help with editing, be happy. Grammar, punctuation, sentence structure, probably the things you do well. Watching cattle graze on field mushrooms. Violent field mushrooms. What up, Ice Power? GG. La GG. Who's first? You're first. Ice Power. First. Altdorf. Outskirts. Tune in and see people misrepresenting what I'm saying. No. No, we all know exactly what you're saying. Exactly. Yeah. But Ice Power, we watched the replay. Your stone trolls that I was talking about both terror routed. Like, we watched it happen. Anyway. You're up for the pick 2. You also have to change the map. I need to update the scorecard. Ice Power, TW, switches sides of the scorecard, and now we have Evenstar. Winner of the fall season, and winner of Cuden's recent 2v2 tournament, along with Void Lulls, so Evenstar's been on a roll, but can Ice Power stop him? We'll find out. On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z! This isn't Dragon Ball Z. This is a much worse show. Hazel! Hazel, come here. Quit assaulting the cat. What did he do to you? What did he do to you, huh? Huh? What did he do to you? What did he do to you? We love Ed. We love Ed. You're being bad. Oh, look at him. Look at the puppy. Look at this puppy. Look at this puppy. Yeah. Mwah. Are you being snaggy? Are you being snaggy? To the little kitty? Tooltip is just... Oh, good enough. Oh, hello. Yes. Yes. What do you think's gonna win? What do you think's gonna win? You're gonna win. You're gonna go in there and you're gonna win, Hazel. I bet that too. You're very good at this game. You're very good at this game. What faction does Hazel play? The one with the most pups in it. Yeah. You play the pup faction. Oh. It's a secret faction that you get all the hound units in the game. So you get Chaos Warhounds, you get Norskin Ice Wolves, you get Wolf Rats. It's just a good puppy. Beastman and Dark Elves. Strong first pick. The strong faction, then his favorite faction. Let her take over the stream? She already does. She just comes and goes as she pleases. Okay. And here we are. I wonder what Evenstar will take. I know he's a fan of Lizardmen and Beastmen, so he might just take that. I actually don't know what Evenstar's main factions are outside of Vampire Counts. I've seen him play a little bit of everything. He seems to have a tendency towards Skaven, which I wouldn't mind. Between you and me, I wouldn't mind. Lizardmen. What else? I mean, he plays everything. He plays everything. Alright, we'll just... Evenstar is kind of a good player. Kind of a big deal. Sort of. Anybody heard of... I recently just found this. There's like a YouTube thing called... Oh, Sonic Subs or something? I don't know. But it's some guys playing Sonic the Hedgehog games and they just sub over it and say random things. And I was wondering if anybody had seen this or if I'm just finding out for the first time. Oh, there it is. Real-time fan dub games. And the channel's called Snapcube. Yeah. I don't know. Been having a ton of fun watching those. Also, YouTube just recommended community posts unlocked. Creator tip. Engage your fans with a post, a gift, or a poll. A GIF, not a gift. People love GIFs. I love to just post on YouTube as if it's Facebook. What do you want from me, YouTube? Do my best out here. Puppy's back. Alright. Zergash, you're fine. You're fine. Things over text can sometimes come off as, like, more aggressive than they actually are. Evenstar's still thinking about his thing. So I'm just gonna, real quick, just gonna move this a little bit. Whee! What up? It's me. Now it's not me. Now it's a puppy. Oh yeah, puppy. And what's she watching? Little kitty. Go, little puppy kid, go! They're the best of friends. Not really. Ed kind of hates Hazel. But he tolerates her. And Hazel's great. Alright, Evenstar, pick something so I can stop distracting you. And yeah, I know the name tags are screwed up now. Chaos versus Beastman. Got it. Okay. I didn't have... I hadn't clicked on anybody, but it still assumed I wanted to show Ice Power's build. So let's throw a blocker up real quick. Respawn the camera, because I accidentally deleted it in a panic. It's me. I'm over the mini-map. Because that's... Out of the three corners of the screen, there's so much going on that I thought the camera was best up here. Because usually I have a pretty good view of the battlefield anyway. You don't need the mini-map. Even Star's already ready. Give me the gift. Even Star is kind of a good player. That was the joke, because he won the Warhammer World Cup, and then he won the fall finals for Enticity, so yes, he is quite good. Sehr good. On the other side, Mofet beat Trigger, and it looks like Pugnabone and Tretch are still fighting. Mofet, relatively new to the scene, and then popped right up into Masters, so I would bet on him to win that side of the bracket, but we'll see. We will see. Yeah, leave Ed alone. He just wants to take a little nap in the sunshine. We love naps in the sunshine. He's just being snacky. Okay. So Beastman Chaos. Icepower played this versus Serviliano on the Chaos side. Serviliano busted out something a little different. Try and counter the Skirmish Cav play. But usually how this matchup goes is Chaos has 6 Skirmish Cav, which are better than the Beastman Skirmish Cav. And they will try to abuse that facet of the game for as long as they can. Meanwhile, the Beastmen will try to just get the melee fight somewhere so they can win it and get on with their day. Because Beastmen will generally beat Chaos in the single entity melee and in the chariot department, generally. We'll see. Icepower's not gone for the Serviliano build of using a Cygor to force Chaos's hand so they can't just twiddle their thumbs and skirmish you all game. Is a much more traditional Beastman build. Torox, Gorbel, some sort of caster I didn't quite see. A couple Centaurs with throwing axes, a couple normal Centaurs, Tuskar chariots, Ungor Spearman herd frontline. The usual. Saw a couple Ungor Raiders in there as well. Hey Hazel, don't chew on the board games. Hey! I need those. Don't be a snaggy pup. Did I deceive you at anything? Centaurs, Ungor Raiders, throwing axes, more Ungor Raiders, Centaurs, Ungor Spearman herd across the front line. 5 of them. Yes, okay, that is legal. I thought there was maybe more. Double Tuskar Chariot, doing fine. Double Manticore, Torox, Gorbel, and a Deathcaster on foot with something. And then he disappeared. Just Spirit Leech. For Evenshah, we have Archaon the Everchosen with Burning Head, Cascading Firecloak, and Fireball. We have an Exalted Hero right next to him with the Mark of Khorne and a horse, nothing else. And it looks like those are the only 2. For the rest of the single entities, we have Double Manticore on this side. Some Skirmish Cav that'll probably get moved soon, so I won't even talk about it till then. Even Star is not maxed out on Skirmish Cav, though. There's only 2. 2 Horsemen. So committing to the melee fight against the Beastmen, he does have some Forsaken. Chaos Marauders. Chaos Marauders are great weapons in the back line. More Chaos Marauders, Forsaken, and Dogs. This is a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him. Wakes out. We're having a day. Usually, opting into the Beastman melee game is not a winning strategy, but I'd love to see it. Let's see what you got, Evenshah. Double Manticore v Double Manticore. Nothing in the sky to support either side. It'll be kind of interesting who actually wins that one. Immediate overcast onto Archaon from the little Deathcaster. Takes some overcast damage in return, though, so maybe it won't end up being that great. Hard to tell. Getting some decent ticks onto Archie. Fireball goes out of the woods, through all the trees. Yeah, didn't hit any of the trees. And it's going for the Deathcaster. It's curving. It's curving. It hits him, and he gets knocked over, and then it even hits some Ungor Raiders. All right, this is going to be the next 35 minutes, you guys. Get ready. Oh, never mind. The armies are moving up. Yep. All right, that's against tournament rule. Yep. Okay. Yep. I just wanted to watch them play Magic Dodgeball, all right? Is it that much to ask? What do you expect them to field in units? No Hell Cannon? Manti Dual Core. Yes. Hell Cannons versus Beastmen is kind of tricky because they don't have a lot of expensive units that the Hell Cannon can do well against. Most of their money's going to be in, like, Taurox and the Gorbel, and that is okay, but it can get rushed pretty hard. Usually, you expect to see 6 Skirmish Cav from Chaos, and then some Chaos Marauders and single entities to back it up after the Skirmish Fire has done its thing. Ice is going to take a charge with some Tuskor Chariots, does a little bit of damage to dogs, and then Forsaken show up. Forsaken are actually very good against Chariots. They're kind of thick boys, so Tuskor Chariots are going to get out of there. Did an okay trade. Got some damage on the dogs. Took a little bit themselves, but that's fine. It looks like the double Beastman Manticore might be taking a fight against the Chaos one. But right over 2 Marauder Horsemen. Definitely don't want this one to rampage right now, but it looks like it probably will. Kind of surprised it hasn't, considering how much damage it's taken. But if any of those Javelins land, it might just rampage off to its death. But it does manage to somehow keep its cool and get back down to the Beastman reinforcements. That's very good for it. And the Chaos Manticores are going to follow it down. Big single entity blob fight over here. What happens over here is probably going to decide the whole game. Just checking in over here to see if I need to cheat anything. Not really. Chariots going burr over some Marauders, and dogs piling in onto archers, but Centaurs are holding them off. This is what matters, so we're going to focus on this. Archaon is even committing. Double Manticore has routed off 1 Beastman Manticore, but it looks like one of the Chaos Manticores is about to go as well. Archaon having a very bad time against Gorbel and Doomble. He probably has to pull out of here, as his support is coming in, so he has lots of infantry support now. The Beastmen are down to just 3 single entities, and they will start to back out now. Taurox is taking a bunch of hits on the backside as he runs from the Exalted Hero and Archie, and it looks like Chaos is still trying to force that fight while they have all the support. Beastmen are running away. On the far side, dogs routing off, but overall it looks like this is going just fine for Chaos. Forsaken are chewing through a lot of spearmen and dogs and all these things, so that's going okay. Back to single entity fight. Gorbel and Taurox have re-teamed up on Archaon. The support for Chaos has momentarily fled, leaving him all alone, but it looks like Taurox is getting a bit distracted while Brass Bull is running. That is a big waste, and I'm very unfortunate for Ice Power. He needs to give Taurox a new command order to get back, attack order to get back into the fight while Brass Body is burning. He does. He is going to get a nice charge onto Archaon. I think that's probably going to hit, even though Archaon has crazy melee defense at the moment. I don't think it matters much. Beastmen are still slightly ahead on the bounce power, but they started off that way, so honestly the bounce power hasn't really moved. Archaon's trying to fight Taurox, but he should just honestly run. Archaon needs to run away. So does his Exalted Hero, but Evenstar is staying committed to the fight. I do think that is a big mistake. As Chaos is winning elsewhere, you can see, so what Archaon and the Exalted Hero should do is just run away, opt out of this fight, let these double full health Forsaken come in and start supporting you once again, and then cycle charge with Archie. Archie's very, very low at this point, gets a beautiful burning head though, and now he's going to run. He might just want to stay out of combat until the absolute late game at this point. He runs over towards the Tuskor Chariot. He is going to get to do damage on it, but now he's allowing himself to get rear charged by Taurox the Brass Bull, who immediately jumps in, does a little bit more damage, and Archaon is going to have to run yet again. Full health Forsaken, chasing off some Ungor units, not bad. It sucks that you have to use that unit that way, but looking at the state of the game, yes, he does. Archaon is very, very low. Might even break, but he's not going to break. He's going to fight to the very death, which is it's surprising, but here we are. I guess he does have standard die popped, keeping him in this fight a little bit, but he should run away. Don't want to lose your lord in any case, but especially when your leadership might tank on the other side. But Archaon's staying in the fight, and he's fighting back against Taurox with the Exalted Hero and the Manticore. He's actually getting some good blows in. So far, Archaon has not been hit since we started talking about him. He's still in there, with 115 health like he has been this whole time. He's down to 49, and now he's definitely going to rout, as he probably should. But it looks like Evenstar's just going to commit him to the fight to the very end. And Archaon did some work on the way out. Now he is dead, however, and we see the leadership bars flashing for Chaos. These Martyr Horsemen are both going to get routed off by this Manticore, most likely. Now, it's all about if this Exalted Hero can hold on or can chase off Taurox. Looks like he's going to do neither, as he will rout himself. Centaurs have secured the mobile advantage, so nothing can chase off Taurox. Taurox is probably going to rally. We do have Chariots on the field that can still infinitely cycle charge, though Forsaken are thick. If you get a charge order from Forsaken onto a Chariot that's coming at them, they'll actually get a couple hits off. I've tested it. They're strong boys. Bounce power didn't favor the Beastmen. Taurox came back, and now it's pretty close to even, but I actually think the Beastmen are in a very good state in this game. Lags coming in. If this game drops right now, whoever left would probably get the loss. It's hard to say, because at this point in the game, really either person can win. And I honestly think Beastmen have a decent advantage at the moment. Like, yeah, bounce power favors Chaos, but cycle charging can take out so much infantry. Like, so much infantry. Ice Power right now is just chasing off the Exalted Hero, getting him off the map, getting that last little leadership bastion off the map is good. Unfortunately, the Manticore is going to die for the Beastmen. Throwing axes are throwing into Forsaken. They are heavily armored and unshielded, which is a good combination for armor-piercing missiles. That is quite nice. Manticore's back. Forsaken are grouping back up. But it's just a little bit of a regroup period. How are things doing? Dang that fireball. Yeah, fireballs, they got curves. They got curves. This Manticore can sit and rest, get its vigor back, get it some leadership. These throwing axes can throw all they want, just get a little bit of damage. While the Exalted Hero is run off the map. And I bet Ice is hoping to get Torox some vigor back too, so he gets a little bit of leadership. As he's now exhausted and blinking on leadership, he should definitely be walking or standing still. Throwing axe is still throwing. Balance power is getting even closer to even. As the Exalted Hero is officially off the map. Beastmen are rallying. Now they're going to be fulfilling the attacking role for quite a while by regrouping and just trying to get back to this blob. Even Star is just sitting here, accepting that ammo is getting thrown at him because he can't catch anything. That's also fine. I think now he has to attack something now that there's no ammo being expended. There's like kind of this vague rule that if ammo's being expended, you can just sit and take it, but now... There we go. Ice Power, you're not chaos. Alright, so this is a rule break at this point, because he's just getting his vigor back, but there's no reason he could, like, do that. He needs to advance of some kind. He's not regrouping, he's not doing anything. At this point, I hope you could... Was it changed? You're not regrouping, so you need to attack. Now that Ice has no ammo. When he was getting hit by throwing axes, that was totally fine. Okay. At this point, I kind of hope the Beastmen win it so I don't have to deal with the rules thing, because so far the Beastmen definitely obeyed all the rules and there's no problem with that. So if they win it, then there's no problem. So for the sake of my mental health, let's go Beastmen. Alright, good charge in there. Chaos Marauders. Ooh, very healthy Chaos Marauder unit already routing off is very good for the Beastmen. These Forsaken barely clinging on is going to be very tough, because if you can get a mass route started, that's really what Ice needs to win. He does have a lot of good terror sources. Well, not a lot, but he has one good terror source, and that charge from the Gorbel might just knock it over the edge. Forsaken are very low. Very low on leadership. A lot of good leadership bombs coming in. Things are routing. Last Forsaken also routing. There's one healthy unit of Forsaken still here, two still here. Tuskor Chariots are charging to them, doing a lot of good damage. I'll address the rules thing after this game. I got to focus on what's going on here. One Manticore has died. So now what Ice could do is possibly try to pull Torox out like he is and just run things off the map like he is. He ran into a little bit of trouble there, getting mucked up in these Forsaken, who are surprisingly fast. They have 46 speed, and both these bulls should outrun him, but charge bonus is a hell of a drug, kids. His Ungor Spearmen are rallying, and meanwhile the Beastmen are obeying the attacking rule by chasing stuff off. Alright. Forsaken for Evenstar, very low, getting chased off by Tuskor Chariots. Torox Brass Bull tries to chase off some Chaos Marauders, but it looks like they've rallied enough they're going to stand and fight. And if they stand and fight, those Forsaken can catch up. Forsaken will do really good work onto Torox and the Gorbel. A lot of the Ungor Spearmen are shattering. Tuskor Chariots are here. Torox is hanging in there. His leadership's real low. I wonder when Brass Body's off cooldown. I mean, he has to be in melee for it to go off cooldown, but still. Chariots running down Forsaken. Oh, Torox routing is huge. I mean, he should be able to outpace these guys. But charge bonus is a hell of a drug. That's 64 speed to 46, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and he takes a random left turn for no reason to go back into the Forsaken and die. That's excellent. That means I have to do something about this rules thing. He might not have seen the infantry since Ungors have stock. Torox needs to live. Isn't the rule, if he can't catch anything, he doesn't have to chase? That's where the rules get tricky. Yeah, Beastmen have lost at this point. That's where the rules get tricky, is because I have also assumed that as Skaven, I get into many situations where I can't catch anything, as I just have Skaven slaves and a Bellseer, and there's like high elves with infinite cavalry. And I've been told before that I need to attack in some form. So let's look. The game's still going on in the background, but it's army losses at this point, so I'm going to look. Attacking rule. Players must attack at all times so long as they're able to do so. Attacking shattered units never fills the attacking rule, and in routing or shattered units can never fulfill the attacking rule themselves. Okay. Multi-entity units can fill the attacking rule by chasing units, cycle charging at a reasonable pace, engaging melee combat, shooting ammunition at a reasonable pace, advancing toward the enemy at a reasonable pace, repositioning, regrouping, or maneuvering at a reasonable pace, holding position to allow your army to be shot in an open field when you are out of ammunition in late game. However, dodging or screening with single entities is not attacking. Late game is any time the first major thing. So Evenstar was obeying the attacking rule as long as throwing axes were coming at him. That's what I saw. But as soon as the throwing axes stopped, he had to move. Attacking reasonable pace requires that there is some purpose to not attacking faster other than the benefit from something that does not count as attacking, such as regenerating vigor, which is what was happening here. Temporary lapse in the attacking rule should be excused, but that one was pretty long. Admin should strictly enforce the attacking rule on players benefiting from something that does not constitute attacking. It should give wide leeway otherwise. But Evenstar was getting all of his stuff back to fresh, right? Repositioning to benefit from something that does not count as attacking is not attacking. Repositioning is allowed when there's intent to improve positioning, but yes. So I see nothing in here that says if they're faster than you, you just don't have to move. Weren't they just staring at each other? The Beastmen needed to attack, but they did, right? Maiden's here. We might not have seen the chat. That's true. Yeah. Now here's the tricky part, right? And the Beastmen were attacking, they were coming back. Yeah. So, here's the thing. Ice was advancing because he had to bring all his units back from killing the Exalted Hero way off in the forest. He brought him all the way up to where Evenstar was. So that was him attacking, is coming to the frickin' fight, right? So, BRB. Do next pick and army prep for game 2 while I'm gone. BRB. As if Evenstar... Well, it doesn't even matter if Evenstar won. Game 2 is the same no matter what. Okay. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, Dactor. So I'm pretty sure it's a rule break. The question is whether or not the rule break mattered. Yes, Legion. I'm doing that right now. So that's the thing, right? Is now it's like Evenstar definitely broke the rules. Whether intentionally or not, that's not the point. It's not like, wow, is Evenstar a dick? I'm not making a ruling on whether or not Evenstar's a dick. I'm making a ruling on whether or not the rules are obeyed, right? And then it also has to matter. Because if, as Legion's saying, if all of his troops were still exhausted, then it doesn't matter. But if his troops got all the way up to fresh, maybe it did. Especially because Vigor gives you leadership. And at the end, you saw how close some of those Forsaken were to breaking, and they hung on. So it's like, could matter. I don't know. 1 second. Ice is typing to me at the moment. 1 second. type to that, and meanwhile we'll keep fast forward and get through this bit. Blah 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 blah. So Ice is filling the attacking role by 1, throwing axes at him, and 2, chasing off this guy. Okay, cool. So here's the thing, is all these units are coming back, which is when they're attacking. Now, his guys are winded, very tired, winded, tired. At this point, throwing axes are out, and he has to attack. He has to attack in some form. He cannot stand here, while Ice is forced to advance. Ice is coming, right? So it's already been 10 seconds, so it was like 7:10, and these guys ran out of ammunition. Now, when do they start moving? And this whole time, the Beastmen are moving up. It's not one-sided rules things. It's the Beastmen have been moving this whole time. This Ungor Spearman still coming here. So he's been standing here for about a minute. And some of his units are fresh now. That definitely matters. Like, that 100% matters. So now the Beastmen have us around. They're engaging. But look at this winded guy. His damage sustained, flank secure. Oh, is leadership one of those things that it doesn't just, like, list? Flank secure, Lord's dead, damage sustained. No. Really wish it would list that stuff. But their combat stats are lowered when they're, like, exhausted. So all these guys are, like, fresh now. Fresh or winded when they used to be very tired or exhausted. And it's been over a minute. A minute and 20 seconds of the Chaos player sitting here. There we go. So it was a minute and 25 seconds of standing there against the rules. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Slowing down the game, extending the time it takes. Walking to save vigor. Common example, at the end of the battle, only melee units walking to purely engage consider vigor. Moving at artillery speed when you have artillery. Walking purely. You think... Okay, cool. Alright. I think the rule's fine. Now they get green again, but you can see the rest. You can see infantry now and the chariots. And now he moves. But he didn't move towards any of the units he could see. It's not a... There is literally no rule that says... There's no rule that says if you can't catch anything, you don't have to move. I'm not seeing it. Yeah. I'm back. Yeah, he did. Up to you if it's a replay. I think it is a replay. We will replay game 1, new armies, same picks, but yeah. Cuden, I agree. I agree as a Skaven player. Yeah. As a Skaven player, I hate having to waddle after people as they just infinitely cycle charge and whatever, but I need to referee on the rules I have, not the rules I wish I had. You know what I mean? But, shit happens, man. Why new armies? Because. Seems fair. Replace say armies? Fine. Okay, wait. Hey! Get out of here, Hazel. Sorry. Hey! Stop it. I need to do stuff. Hazel. Please, you're adorable. I don't know. There's not always a clear way of what to do next. Since You're both on game 1 faction. Just do that. Anyway, I usually prefer the whole remake armies, because then you have more of a chance of doing something, I guess. Sorry, I got distracted by the dog and all this stuff. Anyway, why not same armies in my opinion? Because if someone knows what your army is, they might play differently than the first time, so then there's a lot of like metagaming in my knowledge. So if you say new armies, someone could just take the same army because it's the army they like, and the opponent will assume they switch, or you could actually switch, and it just, like, in my opinion, makes the most sense of like a just redo. But if I was informed by someone much more in touch with rule break moderation stuff than me that they should just do same armies, then we'll do that if that's the standard. But yeah, I just think the rules are lame. Warhammer 3, please fix. I mean, happens. Okay, I already cast what these armies are, so I don't really have to go through that again. That's the big thing, though, is just like it's tough. It's tough. If I went into that replay and even stood around for a minute and a half, but then 1, lost anyway, or 2, his units were still winded or very tired when very tired, something like that, when the engagement happened, didn't matter, but like half of them were fresh. So then you're like, well, shit, that actually might have... So it's tough. And that's like one of the things, while they set up, one of the things that's lost on like people sometimes in a video game because they assume it's so different. If you imagine real sports, there's shit calls all the time. Like in basketball or hockey, refs got to make calls, and half the crowd's not going to agree with them any time, but it's like, I did my best. Anyway, on with the game. So it's like, you know, I might be wrong, but I gotta do something. Anyway, I'm done filling for time, as now we're into the game, and I don't have to yamble anymore. Yamble, ramble, bramble. Beep, boop. 40 watching? I think it's because of the Spice Power drama. Spice Power brings in the views. I mean, I don't see what Evenstar's going to do differently. I guess he's going to play a lot more conservatively with Archaon. Him getting way too aggressive and dying was definitely an issue. Cuden, you're also hosting a couple more 2v2 events that you invited me to cast, and I'll be casting the ones on the 22nd and 30th. You'll unfortunately have to find other people for the 8th and the 16th, as and the 16th I'll be up in Duluth with Grace for our anniversary. Gonna show her where I went to college, take on some hikes up there. That'll be fun. Alright, Beastmen are advancing nice and slowly. Skirmish Cav being a little more cautious this time from Chaos. Looks like their advance is getting pulled a little bit off to the side. Where's the white line? Plenty far away. Good. What up, Caradoc? What up? Unger Raiders trying to get in position and fend off the Marauder Horsemen. This is pretty good. Generally, foot archers will beat Skirmish Cav in almost every trade. Generally, so they're a decent counter to keep things out of range. Throwing axes are not good at counterfiring. Beastmen are slowly attacking. They seem to not want to give up their position where they're standing right now. And Evenstar's just moving in. I don't know who this favors, because, I mean, Skirmish Cav for Evenstar are better. And if he's good at dodging, he can dodge a lot of his Ungor Raider fire, as you can see him doing right there. That is an excellent dodge. Like, 80% of the arrows missed. This is pretty good. Someone queue up on that ladder. Alright. Captain Telos, I feel like it's a shit part of the rules, but it was called correctly. Yeah, trust me, as a Skaven main, there are some rules I would change, like reduce everybody's single entity limits down to 1. You can't have any flying units. Flying units are bullshit. Why don't you have to be on the ground like me? Until we get a Skaven DLC that allows me to have Skaven gyrocopters. Then we can have flying units again. Forsaken are going to get a nice little charge here onto Ungor Spearmen, and they are going to slap them to hell. very quickly, but they're getting throwing axe the whole time, and these are Ungor Spearman Herds. They are born to die. Ungor Raiders are in a good position to start firing. Chariot's getting a brutal side charge on these Chaos Marauders, not doing as much damage as I would have thought. Now Manticore is going to jump onto them. You can see as soon as the Manticore lands, Torox and the Gorbel are going to get in the area and start protecting, but it looks like now they have attack orders onto Forsaken, which is a big mistake. You want to take the single entity fight, and now he is. Because we saw last game how very, very well the single entity fight went for the Beastmen. That's mostly what they want. Infantry, Chaos wants their infantry to win everything. The Beastmen, in this case, want their single entities to win everything. And when they are, that Manticore's already down to half health, getting lower as Torox piles into it, and one Manticore's already gone for the cost of very little on the Beastman side. A Burning Head goes a little wide from Evenstar. That is quite unfortunate, and he is falling behind on the balance of power. Spirit Leech comes back in for Archaon. This Manticore somehow hasn't routed, which is a little surprising, and now it's fighting two Manticores and Torox, but Torox is getting kicked in the butt by an Exalted Hero and a Manticore and Archie, and all of his support is locked up in this weird little fight over here, so you can see Torox pulls ahead to get closer to his boys, his lads, his gits. Chaos Skirmish Cav is doing fine, their infantry is doing okay, but the problem with this game as opposed to the other one where Chaos was doing better is the single entities for the Beastmen are much more blobbed up, much nearer to each other and able to support. Archaon's in here with Slayer of Kings active along with Cascading Firecloak, trying to give himself some stats. But stats don't matter against Torox. They just don't. He will hit you anyway. You can have 500 melee defense. It's the same as 1. That's a thick boy who's ready to kill. Marauder Horsemen charging in. Looks like they're just trying to add some meat to the pile and let something besides Archaon get hit. While Chaos Marauders with great weapons also dive in. Chaos Marauders all around. An Ice Power skirmish game appears to be much better this time. So far he's killed a lot of Forsaken. The Centaurs haven't get caught up in anything. Chariots are getting a little beat up, which could be concerning, but as we can see, as with Game 1 and Game 2, Archaon is not having a fun time in the single entity fight. Gorbel is going to jump after him, Archaon's going to run away. Both Manticores are doing just fine. Chaos Marauders with great weapons are in here. This Manticore will probably go down, but look how low Archaon is compared to the Beastmen heroes. And this is a runaway game for the Beastmen, it looks like. It would have to be a miracle to get Chaos back into this. Ooh, a full health Chaos Marauder with great weapon unit. Looks like it was forgotten. Burning Head comes in from Archaon onto this big cluster of people, but it looks like it didn't do that much damage as they are cavalry and they weren't that bunched up. And cavalry just don't take a lot of damage. Torox is going to dive through all these troops here most likely and hit Archaon. Yep, just plows right through, hits him, and Evenstar will concede. Okay. Doomcopters! Stole it from the Dowie, that would probably be. I guess if you participate in a tournament, you automatically agree with the rule set. I mean, yeah. Is this finals? No. This is not finals yet. Mofet versus Tretch. Oh, those would be fun. Tretch is a good player. Mofet's kind of nuts, though. So I'm betting Mofet will win, but I'm hoping Tretch puts on a good show. Give it to him. Are the rules always the same or similar? Maybe a fact. There's a rule set posted in, I believe it's a rule break under Fruit Rules. What is? What happened? Oh god, what is this? It was fine. That one was fine. There was no issue. The salt rises. That's tough. Like, when I read out that spiel earlier, you could hear that momentary lapses are to be ignored because that's just obnoxious to try to rule on. And I don't even think there were momentary lapses, but if there were by the Beastmen, it was like a millisecond. It's not a big deal. More drama! They're just landing enthusiastically. Okay. Next map, evens picks. It's fine. Okay. We'll see if anybody makes it through this best of 3 alive. Not gonna lie, being kind of new to Warhammer 2, all this drama makes it more spicy to watch. Well, good. I'm glad there's a positive in it. Attacking at a reasonable pace requires that there is some purpose to not attacking faster other than... And then the rest of his message got cut off by the thing. Okay. It's faster than other to benefit from something that does not count as attacking, such as casting a spell. Oh, God. Nuance. I know what I want to say, but I don't know how to put it into words. And he was firing at all times at something. No, I'm not gonna win. I'm not gonna win. You know what? I'm out. I'm out of this. I quit. I'm not even gonna referee anymore. There's no rules. I hope we see 55 Dread Saurians. I don't give a shit. No, that's not true. It's just even Star moved on, and there's no point in me weighing in because like there are 2 outcomes to weighing in. Nothing happens, or the fight keeps going. And if I shut my mouth, there's one outcome. Nothing happens. And that's the desired outcome, so I'm going to shut my mouth. Yeah. It's a best of 3? Yes, it's a best of 3. Though at this rate, it's a best of 8. I see 8 games in our future. So this is for while ice holding ground for a bit while the armors were like setting up. Yeah, it's that. It's that kind of thing. And ice was moving forward as throwing axes and archers. You know, to skirmish with the skirmish cav whenever they came up, and when the skirmish cav were running away, his centaurs chased after him. He was 100% fine in the rules. I understand even Star's position. I really do. Because it sucks. Like, you can wash it away and pretend, oh, why doesn't everybody just get along? But shit sucks, dude. If you ever have a game that was a nail biter like that first one was, and then something you weren't paying attention to, because he wasn't. I don't think even Star was doing that to be a dickhead. Because when he typed back to me, you saw he said, oh, did the rules change at some point? And yeah, they did. But it's also, it's on you as a player to know the rules, right? It's not on us to make sure you're following. Like, it's not like, oh, my bad, you didn't know. Well, now you know. Here's the free win on that game. Like, I have to enforce the rules, and that shit sucks. Like, if you lose a game like that, man, I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed as hell. It's terrible. What up, Adelmo? Chasing Rainbow saying lol. The new guy was right. It is more spicy and entertaining to watch, though. True. Exactly like tabletop. That's a good point, though, man. I've gotten in a lot of arguments over tabletop games. And this is just the video game form of a tabletop game. So, yeah. Greenskins versus Dark Elves. I know Ice Power used to hate this matchup, and then since the bug fix patch in the Cav beta, he's been taking it a lot more recently, so I would be curious to probe his brain about his thoughts. On it now, if it's still as disfavored. Especially with the big nerf was the Vindictive Glare nerf from the Goblin Shamans, because those used to do so much more damage. And then your Manticores would rampage down, and it's all just a nightmare. It's just a bad time. You're gonna think about the same thing. True. Rivalries do elevate the entertainment. Yeah, every time Void and Ice play, it's pretty spicy. I wonder, were there old rivalries back when, like, Hyale Nale, Flying Taco, Energized, Tloxon Soothsayer, who else was playing? Aerocrastic played, Falcon. Were there rivalries there or not really? It's hard to remember. Hadries. Yes. Jeez. Yeah. Oh yeah, I haven't announced what these armies are. I was just like, I need to find something to say. How about I tell you what's on the fucking map? 3 Dark Riders repeated crossbows, 3 Scourge Runner chariots, 2 Canadian assassins, both of which have Web of Shadows, I'm guessing, and 1 has Assassin's Trophy. That is correct. We have Marathi in the sky, Shoalstealer, the Doom... Wait, is that natural Doombolt, or is that the Wand of Crydon? Okay, thank God, it's Wand of Crydon. Heartrender and Darksheart Soul Stealer. Double Manticore, 4 Dark Riders with shields in the back. It is a mass kite build. Mass kite. 5 360 units, 3 more skirmish cav, so he has 6 total skirmish cav units. It fulfills all the rules perfectly. On the other side, for Even Star, we have double Goblin Wolf Rider, quadruple Goblin Wolf Rider archers. We have Orc Boar Boys and Spiders on one side, Orc Boar Boys and Spiders on the other side. Goblins, Night Goblin ROR, Orc Boys mixed into the front line. We have an Orc Shaman with Gaze of Mork and Brainburster. We have Goblin Big Boss on his wolf with They Need Stabbin', Grom the Paunch, 1 Goblin Rock Lava, and 2 Stone Trolls. I personally really don't like Rock Labas. I think they suck, but I see a lot of good greenskin players take them. So maybe I'm just wrong. We'll have to see what it can do here. Maybe it's just to force people in. I don't know. So like 4 games competitively, Warhammer's the first one you need a referee. Which CA would just tweak the games the rules are unnecessary? Yeah, it's true. I mean, hopefully with that, I know a lot of people for Game 3 are just excited for the capture the point kind of thing, or if you played Call of Duty, it's like Domination. Or then, if you want to take, because the main reason the rules were created is Warhammer 1's competitive scene before rules was like really annoying, because you would just have like 6 Spirit Leech casters running in circles and Spirit Leech casting until all your single entities were dead and the game hadn't even started. And it just like, the rules are there to make it a decent viewing experience and a decent competitive experience, so they need to be weighted towards both things. And we're hoping that with the 3 control points, if you want to do a dumb single entity blob that sits around for 10 minutes and laughs, well, there doesn't need to be a rule about it, hopefully, because your opponent will just take the capture point and sit there and laugh at you. Or your single entity blob will take 1 of the 3 and they'll take the other 2 and they'll win the game. So there is strong hope, Zizpz, that game mode in Warhammer 3 won't need as many rules. Hopefully. As for the casting, Human Boy, why don't you tell us what's going on? Well, that skirmish cav is pew-pewing that skirmish cav, and that skirmish cav is pew-pewing that skirmish cav, and there's a Vindictive Claire cast going out towards some of the other skirmish cav, and the chariots are going pew-pew, and some of the other skirmish in the pew, and there's pew-pew. Can you tell I don't really like skirmish cav? Can you tell it's not really my deal? When I played them earlier today, I raved about how much I hated them, and now that I'm watching them, I'm talking about other things. I'm not a skirmish cav gamer. Domination mode sounds kind of lame, though. What? What? No. Domination mode sounds great. Get up on your tiny hills. Let me poison wind you to death. Chariot's going to take a little bit of a charge. And they get kind of mucked down, and Spider Riders are going to chase them off, so it looks like they're taking a little bit of damage, but both sides took so little damage it really didn't benefit anybody. Dark Riders are going to pile in now, get some decent damage on these goblins, and immediately pull away. Nice micro there from Ice Power. And it looks like the Greenskins are getting a little more active in this game since they are losing the skirmish phase. Though, something to worry about with Scourge Runners is they do frequently run out of ammo in games, and that's going to be a nutty Soul Stealer. Ow, that hit like 4 units, 5 units, damn. Leadership's going to be an issue for Greenskins. I agree, but it is usually their biggest issue. I personally don't enjoy being draw-kited like in Quick Battle. Yeah, Quick Battles are pretty abysmal. I spend most of my time on Ant Ladder just so I know the other guys playing the same rules as I am. Because if you run into a Wood Elf player on Quick Battle, man, you're in for a bad time. I don't know of anybody who locks in on quick battles like, I get to fight Wood Elves? Fuck yeah, dude. I'm ready for this. I think it's a universal. Even if you're the one playing Wood Elves and the other guy locks in Wood Elves, you're just like, well, shit. Hi, Hazel Basil. Hazel's back. Skirmish phase is still ongoing. Dark Elves are dealing more damage, which is true, and that is good, but if you look at the state of the game, I'm not really sure who's getting the favor out of it yet, because if you look at Ice Power's build, a lot of his build is in ammunition. Like, his backup units are Dark Riders, which are mounted chaff. So once all these ranged assets run out of ammunition, he's kind of up a creek without a paddle if he hasn't killed enough stuff. Even starts trying to mitigate his losses, throwing goblins or skirmish cav at the missiles and letting them take the damage, or throwing a couple trolls at a time and running them back to regen. Now this is nice about the Goblaba. He has skirmish cav to do the same thing, but the one thing I will say about the Goblaba is even though it doesn't get its value, it is in a constant attacking rule thing. It's always attacking. You never have to worry about overextending or anything like that. You're like, nope, I have artillery, I can do whatever I want. Ice Power's just been charging in a lot. His Scourge Runner's running a little low on ammo. The Repeater Crossbow Cav is all doing excellently on ammo, which could be concerning because Repeater Crossbow Cav, do a lot of work. Could do a lot of work. Where are these Goblabas even lobbing their gobs? Decent hit there on the Dark Rider. Nice. Greenskins, dead even on the bounce power, maybe even a little bit ahead, because as we said, we have some Wood Elf syndrome going on here, where the more Dark Riders and Scourge Runners that shoot without killing something, the worse the bounce power gets for them. Scourge Runners are firing into the Boar Boys now, and I kind of forgot the Boar Boys existed. In the late game, they'll be really good at taking out these chariots. So I like the Greenskin build. It has a lot of tools, it's just if they can survive long enough to use them is the big problem. Scourge Runners get a nice charge into some Goblins. It's going to be followed up by Dark Riders, but Stone Trolls are going to walk up, probably just to spook away the Dark Riders, but Ice Power has been very good at this so far. He's just going to charge in and charge out, charge in and charge out. Very nice, doesn't leave anything locked up. And Goblob is down to about a third of its ammunition left. That's a little concerning, and we might have a bit of a mistake here as some of the Dark Riders actually do get caught, and they take a lot of damage. You can see now the Greenskins are pulling a little bit ahead on the balance of power with all this ammunition being expended. Gaze of Mork a little aggressively on a diving down unit. It will miss. Now this might be a fight that possibly the Greenskins want to take, but there's a Soul Stealer coming in. These Stone Trolls are not supported by Grom the Paunch, so they are going to route very quickly to Marathi. But one of her Manticores has abandoned her, and the other one is about to break. This was a bait by Ice Power to allow him to shoot his Repeater Crossbows in here, but maybe it could turn around for even stars. Now Ground the Punch comes back to give ITP to this healthy troll unit so it doesn't rout. And now there's a big fight coming in. The Greenskins really want melee fights. So, Ice Power does have to pull back his Skirmish Cav as some Greenskin assets pull up to harass them a little bit. Dark Riders are used to keep them in place, but this is a big, big moment for the Greenskins. They have to take out a lot of high-value assets right here, right now, or they're going to be in big trouble. This Stone Troll has taken a lot of damage from Web of Shadows and Soul Stealer spam. It looks like another Web of Shadows is going out yet again, doing more and more damage to everything in this blob. And Ice Power has clawed the balance of power back to the dead center, where he was behind a little bit before. Grom the Paunch is fighting an Assassin. He's doing okay. He's getting a little damage, but he can regen up, as we saw in my game earlier against Ice Power. Grom, if he ain't dead, he's still fine. So good fights coming in here. I thought I saw one Manticore run off or maybe even die, but it looks like they are both back in here. Yeah, one's at full health, one's almost dead. Marathi's down to half health, though, and that could be big. But another Soul Stealer. So many AoE blob discouragement tools coming in from the Dark Elves. It's going to be a big problem, and Grom the Paunch is losing a lot of health. Now, everywhere else, Skirmish Cav has finally gotten involved against the Dark Riders in melee. They're trading up, which is very effective for them. Dark Riders cost about twice as much as a Wolf Rider. Well, not twice as much, but still a lot. Grom the Paunch is having a very bad time. At this point, he does want to get out of here and start regenning. You can see him pulling away. I think he has attack orders to leave, but it's not really telling me where he's trying to go. Ooh, but a brutal Scourge Runner shot? I don't really... Oh, there it is. There's a brutal Scourge Runner shot that almost routed off Grom the Paunch. Now he's getting attacked in the rear by a Manticore. And it looks like some Stone Trolls are going to run up trying to help him out, but Ice is going to pull that Manticore away. Marathi's up in the sky, plenty of healthy. Dark Elves have pulled ahead on the balance of power at this point. Goblob is almost out of ammunition. And, like, most of the Dark Elf army is looking tattered, but Marathi's okay, and one of her Manticores is okay, and this Canadian Assassin's okay, and that kind of is, like, most of the army that they care about. Boar Boys, Goblin Big Boss. Ground the Punch is sitting back here with the Stone Trolls, trying to regen up, and I guess that's fine, but Greenskins are going to lose a lot in this moment. Goblaba gets some nice hits onto the Dark Riders once again, and they do get attacked in melee by the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, who get a little bit of a charge bonus to keep them in it leadership-wise, but they will start to break. But maybe the Dark Riders will first. Another Wah comes in as Boar Boys charge in. Boar Boys really need a Wah to get good melee stats. You can see here they have 26 melee attack even with Marathi around, and she gives a big debuff to them. But this will be a bit of a disaster for the Greenskins in that moment in time. Ground the Paunch is running around, just trying to regen up a bunch. So are his Stone Troll compatriots. Goblin Big Boss is still in here, still fighting. He actually gets a nice hit onto Marathi, which I wouldn't have expected out of him. But between Marathi and the Assassin, they get a 1-2 punch and knock him out. Goblaba's out of ammo. It is no longer there for the constant harass, so there wasn't a whole lot for it to do. I think Evenstar was caught a little off guard by this full cav build from Ice Power. The Unbreakable Goblins and these quite breakable Orc Boys are doing okay, though. Gaze of More comes in onto the Feral Manticore, just trying to do a little bit more damage to it. And an ambitious 8-peak Loons cast, but I mean, what else was he going to cast it on? There's not... Chariots don't take damage from that kind of thing. Single Edges don't take anything from that kind of thing. And this could be a big problem. A Soul Stealer comes up onto the blob that was trying to sit here and regenerate. And unlike Final Trans, Grom the Paunch is still affected by Soul Stealer even if he's outside of the little circle. So that is a bit of a problem. Dark Elves ahead on the balance of power, quite ahead on the balance of power now. Grom the Paunch hanging onto a thread, as are his Stone Troll compatriots. And Scourge Runners are going to charge in here and probably end this. Maybe. Grom is doing one last push to try to keep everybody still in this, but Manticore's diving in. He is going to get down very low, and he is probably going to die. Looks like he's going to die. Never mind. He gets a nice hit on that Manticore, kills it off. Bounce Power comes a little bit back for the Greenskins when an entire Manticore dies, but I don't think that's going to matter. Marathi is closer to heal cap. Grom the Paunch is still in here, still fighting somehow. Maybe if Stone Trolls get crazy RNG onto this Manticore, they can kill it. Then they could do okay. There's still an Assassin. There's still Marathi. Some of the Skirmish Cav does have ammo. Mass routes coming in here, and this might be the end. No, the Manticore breaks. Grom the Paunch is still in it. Balance Power swings wildly back to the middle. Oh, but the Stone Trolls break. That is huge. And then a Terror out from the Goblin Rock Lava. Greenskins had a brief moment of hope there, but it might just be Grom gone. Grom the Paunch is charging in to try to deal with the Canine Assassin and chase off the Manticore at the same time. Don't really know how that's going to go, but Marathi's diving in. She's going to get a nice side charge onto him. She doesn't hit, though. She doesn't hit again. She misses twice in a row. Now Marathi's in the fight with Grom the Paunch, but Grom the Paunch is hanging on. Hanging on. He takes a little bit of damage, and now he is negative. He's going to rout, but so is the Canine Assassin. Greenskins are actually ahead on the balance of power all of a sudden. You still have the Shaman here for a little bit of leadership. You still have Stone Trolls. You have Unbreakable Night Goblins who are fighting Marathi, but Marathi does have to get back up into the sky. Looks like she's going to try to chase Grom the Paunch, but he's already positive on leadership, and he's very far away from anything that could keep him off. He is definitely going to rally. Stone Trolls are surrounding Marathi. Her leadership's really low because it's actually kind of shit once she gets that low in health. Grom the Paunch is back and he is moving. Marathi's getting out of this blob, but the Canine Assassin is also routed. Chariots are routed. Greenskins are all of a sudden ahead on the balance of power. Holy shit! Look at him go! Alright, Scourge Run Chariot, Marathi, path after Grom the Paunch immediately, but he's going to run away. This is like literally what happened with Ice Power's Greenskins versus Beastman game against me. Stone Trolls are still regenning. They're going to fight the Canine Assassin a little bit. A quick gaze and work onto Marathi does critical damage. Now the Dark Elves are very behind on the balance of power. This shit's nuts! That was like army losses for Grom the Paunch. What is going on? Can you stop jumping around so much, Human Boy? It's hard to watch it. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Anyway. Greenskins have re-rallied up in this little pocket here. Grom the Paunch is running away. Spider Riders are chasing the Scourge Runner Chariots, but they're going to rout off. But I think they're just fulfilling attacking rules, also trying to give Grom a little bit of space. Grom's running straight into the corner. He's running out of place to go, but I know he's just trying to regen up. I know he's just buying a little bit of time for some cooldowns so he can maybe throw a Lucky Banner onto Marathi, but this could be huge because this is the entire Dark Elf army right here. And if Grom the Paunch dies in this corner, look how much of his force is going to actually rout off. And here we go. This is the fight to end all fights. Oh, and Ice Power baits out the Lucky Banner. Baits out the Lucky Banner. He baits out all the buffs, and now he's just going to walk away. He uses his Scourge Runner to fulfill the attacking rules. He is attacking goblins. This Manticore is going to land? That is potentially a huge mistake. It does rout off these Stone Trolls immediately, but that could be a big problem. Grom the Paunch gets into the fight with the Scourge Runner Chariots. He's landing some good hits. He has Axe of Grom popped. I didn't even know he had that ability on him right now. And Soul Stealer's going to hit him. He's also going to hit Marathi, and Army Losses comes in. Greenskins pulling it out. pulling it out. And AC Main said Marathi's going to be 3K value. He got 2,988, so you were quite right there. Both the Assassins did well. Dark Riders did great. Repeater Crossbows did okay. Scourge Runners did great. Manticores did great. Grom the Paunch, 3,300 value. That man is still nuts. You can nerf him all you want. You can nerf his faction. You can nerf his friends. You can nerf his family. But you can't nerf his heart and soul. Look at him go. Also, I hate that guy. But in the sake of a hype game, I'll accept his bullshittery. But he is bullshittery. Orc Boys did fine. Night Goblin Arrow did fine. Pigs didn't really do that great. Skirmish Cav didn't really do that great. Stone Trolls did fine, and the Rock Lava barely paid for itself. Nice. That was nice. GG, well played. That was nuts. Uh-oh. Grace is home. Maps, Eshin, even, picks 3, bans 1. That was nuts. That was awesome. Oh god, I have to save that game. That was ludicrous. I'll definitely cast that later. Desktop, replays, and I gotta change the autosave. That was wild. That was wild. Alright, I'm gonna go say hi to Grace. I have messages. What's going on? Bob, man. Okay. I have a message. What's going on? Landing zone. Farfacel joined the party to say hi. Welcome, welcome. Okay. I gotta get a blocker up in case Ice starts building an army while I'm gone. I'm gonna go say hi to Grace. Beer beat! You can get the rest of the lunch if you want. I just put it in the ball so she would run around. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. I miss anything fun? Beastman, Skaven, Vampire Counts, Ban Empire. Skaven. Give me the Skaven. This time don't pick Gorge. Don't pick Gorge to Packmaster, please God, they're terrible. We have 51 people. That is by far the most people I've ever had watching. So welcome to the stream. If you would drop a subscribe, that would be great. YouTube only allows us to do super chats or any of that fun stuff if we hit 1,000. And you need to hit 1,000. You need to have like 4,000 watch hours. And we're at like legitimately 3 times the watch hours we need. But we're at about half the subscribers. So anything helps. You're all treasures. And I'm done bitching that. Also, today's stream is sponsored. Well, that's okay. Oh, okay. All right. I have feelings about that, but I'll finish the thing. This stream's pseudo-sponsored by Lore Master of Sotek and his Lorebeards thing. He helps out the Ent Ladder a lot, and then this is the Ent Ladder tournament. I'm just hosting it as a freelance host. This is Anticity's show, and Anticity's show is sponsored by Lore Master of Sotek's Lorebeards. So if you want to know any of the lore behind Warhammer or anything like that, check out his channel. Look for the Lorebeards podcast. It's a good time. Lore Master Sotek's a nice dude. Yes. And Ice Power picks Bretonia bans Beastman. Now, Beastman is the worst matchup for Bretonia. I'll agree with that. All right, so that was a good ban. That was a good ban. What is this pick? Bretonia is terrible into Skaven, and it's an even matchup with vampire counts. No. What is this pick? No. I mean, cool. I get my Skaven. I love having my Skaven. But Ice is fighting uphill. This is going to be tough. Grace, you want to say hi to the stream? We have like 50 people. That's kind of nuts.
Oh, that's nice. Right now?
Yeah, we have 49 watching right now.
Hello, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the stream.
There's been a lot of shouting.
Yeah, I heard when I walked in the door. Someone closing the door.
You love my shouting.
Okay.
That was the face of someone who loves shouting. Bye, Bubba. Anyway, yeah, I don't think Bretonia was the pick here. Ice Power's gonna do whatever he wants, but it's bold. It's bold. Like today's other sponsor, Flavor Blasted Cheetos. You ever want Cheetos, but you want messy fingers afterwards? Flavor Blasted Cheetos. Taste the exact same. Messy fingers. Go buy them right now. Overpriced styrofoam with a little bit of orange dust on it. Go buy them. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Start botting Mayo Doctor your own board game / book. I'll pitch that shit later. It's fine. Hey, thanks, Vigil. Good to have you. Good to have you. You only like Skaven when they lose badly? Is that why you watch my stream? Because they always lose? I'm on to you. I missed a great meeting today. I wasn't invited to your meeting, Mr. Smalls. Actually, okay, wait. I was invited to your meeting, but I passed. I'm sorry. Wood Elves would have been easy. I mean, he didn't have Wood Elves in his pick 3, though. He had Beastman, Skaven, Vampire Counts. Oh, you're saying Ice Power should have picked Wood Elves. Yeah, okay, actually he should have. Wood Elves is good into all 3 of those. You could even just ban Beastman for fun, and then have Wood Elves versus Skaven or Vampire Counts, but I know Ice Power likes Bretonia, so maybe he's just like, Game 3 with Even Star, which, by the way, I have to update the score. Game 3 with Even Star, I gotta do my most comfortable, because I've done that, right? You guys have given me shit before for picking Skaven when it's like, he's just gonna pick Chaos, but it's like, I want to go out with my best foot forward, even if it's gonna get me. Someone said something I was gonna come back to. Oh, AC Maiden, you don't like Brett into Skaven? No, not really. You can take the purple Poison Wind Mortars can shock down Peasant Bowmen so aggressively that they'll insta-rout. You can take another Poison Wind Mortar because Bretonia doesn't have access to Spirit Leech or Fireballs or anything to really snipe out small entity weapons teams. Then you can take a couple more Poison Globes if you want, or you could go the Warp Lightning Cannon route. It's fine. Rat Ogres trade very well into most Bretonian cavalry. The Skaven are one of the few factions that have a lot of great options for killing the Fey Enchantress. Unironically, Queek is pretty good at killing the Fey Enchantress. Is he great in the matchup? No. Should you take him? Don't. But he can kill her. Deathmaster Snitch is great at killing her, and he's good in the matchup. Take him. Don't take Queek. Skrulk is fine. He can Liber one-shot down a Paladin. Rod of Corruption if he gets surrounded by cavalry. And he's your summoner. Grey Seers are still good because they're just really tanky, and a Storm Vermin summon's great. Even Throt the Unclean is fine. He's not great here, but he's fine. It's just like all your Lord options are really good, except for Tretch. Don't take Tretch. Even Ikit on his Doom Wheel's fine here, because Bretonia's probably not going to bring Questing Knights to kill him. Yeah, no, this matchup's Skaven favored. Is it unwinnable? No. I mean, Bretonia can win it. It's fine, but I definitely think it's like 35-65 or 40-60. And that's how I feel. I think at game 3, your brain needs a break. No. No break. I took a week off to stream game 3 for you people. Probably do some campaign, do some online if the scene even exists at that point. Cheap spears and mortars, yeah. I'm sure those questions came during the delay while I was ranting about it, but that long rant shows you what I feel about it. The problem is, the main thing might be, you might go, what lord do I take for Skaven? Aside from that long list, any lord's fine, but I usually take Snitch, personally. Because also his net thing, the Deathmaster Sigil does an AoE explosion that does a lot of damage that people don't really pay attention to. And then you can take his Whirl of Weeping Blades, the one where he does his Naruto spin. And you just run at the Fey Enchantress, and if she surrounds herself in heavy knights, you can net her, kill a bunch of them, and then when the rest of them pile in, you can Whirl of Weeping Blades and like kill an entire knight unit, and then it's still Deathmaster Snitch versus the Fey, which is pretty good. You can also just Poison Globe the whole blob. It's like, I don't know. It's pretty good. Honestly, the worst thing for Skaven is if you go Flying Goon Squad with like Lewin and then some Royal Hippogriff Knights. That shit's much more effective than the Fey Enchantress, in my opinion. I was going to answer something, but I forgot what it was already. Oh well. It's gone. But yeah. Lewin and his Royal Hippogriff Knights have a little bit more agency in this matchup, in my opinion. Skaven don't usually take Rattling Gunners or Giselles, usually, to counter it. Now, that can be countered, and that's part of the reason I don't think it's a favored matchup for Brett, because one of the best ways you can play it is a Flying Goon Squad, which can just get Warp Galed and then shot down if your opponent happened to bring Rattling Guns. But if they didn't bring Rattling Guns, then the standard Skaven build doesn't have a whole lot that can stop Lewin and the Hippogriffs from rolling over everything. Rat Ogres don't really do that great to Royal Hippogriff Knights. They do okay, but not that great. And they do cause terror. Lewin's pretty good. And then you can dodge most of the bad engagements with the Skaven Lord with Lewin, just getting in this guy. Royal Hippos are so easy to screen that even if they stay the whole game, they get less than 1k value. That's true, Cuden. It's true. But the problem with Skaven is never the value something gets. It's how much shit can it route. Because anything that it routes for the Skaven, Bretonnia's just going to chase down with cavalry. So it ain't coming back. And a flying, terror-causing armored unit is pretty good. Now, is it great? No. But again, it's a bad matchup, so nothing's that great. These are all my opinions. You can think whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. I'm on the other side of this computer screen. I couldn't stop you if I wanted to. Butcher Bird's going good. It's going good. Lots of drama. Lots of close games. Grom the Paunch is being fair and balanced, but when so far he's been fair and balanced against Marathi and Torx the Brass Bull, so I guess I can't complain. It's like, what? Your lord can't be bullshit? My lord's bullshit. You have to play with a fair lord. I get to play with a bullshit one. Okay. For the Bretonians, we have Knights of the Lion-Hearted, Knights of the Realm ROR, we have Knights of the Realm, Knights Errant, Questing Knights, and Knights Errant. So there is one Questing Knight in case of Doom Wheels. It does provide some good armor piercing. It also can surround a Gracier on a Bell and do good work. We have Triple Mounted Yeoman Archer. I thought I saw the ROR Mounted Yeoman Archer, but I guess they're gone. So, some Skirmish Cav, Peasant Mobs, Men-at-Arms. No Archers? I don't see any Archers. No Archers. Okay, then we have Double Trebuchet. I do not like this army versus Skaven at all. Yeah, I don't like it at all. We'll see. I'm ready to be wrong, but I don't like it. Fey Double Paladin. On Evenstar's side, we have Double Plague Claw Catapult. That's also very interesting, very different. Though Evenstar always plays Skaven really differently than me, so I guess it's a treat to watch him go. Double Plague Claw Catapult. We have Plague Monks, Triple Plague Monk in the front line, Clan Rat Spears, Skaven Slave of Spears, Quadruple Rat Ogres in the back. We do have a Gracier of Plague on a Bell with Pestilent Breath and Vermintide. We have one Chieftain. We have two Chieftains on Bonebreakers and Rat Ogres. Chieftain on Bonebreakers are risky. They're very risky here. If they can fight Fey Double Paladin, they will do just fine. The problem with Chieftains on Bonebreakers is their low leadership, and if they get surrounded by Knights of the Realm, Knights of the Realm will actually cut them down pretty well. They have 70 armor, but it's not quite enough. They're a decent pick, though. I don't hate it. The part of this build that I honestly disagree with is the Triple Plague Monk. Maybe one, maybe two, but triple feels excessive, because they're just going to clear out infantry, which Poison Globes could have done for you anyway, and then Poison Globes are also good against Cav. And I tipped over a can. And also, Poison Globes don't get Mortis Engine down by the Fey Enchantress while they're fighting. Overall, though, I like the build. Double plate claw catapult is fine. Catapults are a little underrated for how much they do versus cavalry. That's pretty good. And then in case of peasant bowmen, they do decent damage, and they have the discourage aura after they hit, which would also help rout off the peasants quicker. So I like the plate claw catapults. Those are fine. They're creative. I'm not trying to play this off as like, well, of course he took the catapults. It's spicy. I like it, but I can see where he's going. The Plague Monks, I don't see where he's going. I don't agree with that. Double Chieftain is fine. Gracier Plague's fine. This is a good Skaven army. I like it. Except for those Plague Monks. Cut all of those. Because that's a Hell Pit Abomination and a Clan Rat Spear's worth of Plague Monks. To give you perspective on how much that fucking costs. Which is a lot. Either go double trev or quad Pilgrim Rush. Not double trev like that, though. Isn't that Bretonnia rule break? There's obscene rule about artillery not being behind trees. I have never heard of this rule, and I don't think that's true. I've never heard of this. Artillery's behind trees all the time. Butcherbird, who's in the chat right now, beat me with artillery behind the hill, behind trees as greenskins versus my dwarves. So yeah, I don't think that's a rule break. Either way, he's moving up. I don't think there is. Because so many people have done that. Like, use hell cannons behind hills and behind trees all the time, and no one's ever ruled this. Alright. Skirmish Cap for Ice Power is moving up. There's no Poison Wind Globes, no Mortars to really punish them. It's going to have to be on these catapults or just running at them. Mounted Yeoman Archers are not to be rifled with. They're actually decent Skirmish Cav as far as damage goes. And they're cheap for only 500 gold. Plague Claw Catapults are dealing with these trebs. If they can get in range of the trebs, Plague Claw Catapults usually outtrade most human artilleries because of the leadership debuff they get, but it looks like the Plague Claws are getting murdered. What's their range? 400, and they got off their mounts. 440. So these guys have been firing longer due to their longer range, and Evenstar abandoned his pieces for a moment due to the skirmish cap pressure. Okay. Could be a little mistake. Mounted Yeoman getting slightly poked by Clan Rat Spears, but Clan Rat Spears are garbage infantry, so they could just pull away and no real problem there. Enticity said artillery must be an open field. Okay. You search for it in tickets. They've now moved up into the trees to get in range, but I don't know. I think they're fine. And these guys are trying to be behind this thing. I don't know. I don't think it's a problem. Bowmore or AC Maiden are here. They can weigh in, but my personal gut instinct is no, that's not a problem. Because these guys are now moving out of the trees. And the guys that were in the trees took sufficient fire anyway. Like, it's not like they're trying to force a melee fight in the trees. Because that could be the problem, is if, like, let's say it's here. And then Ice Power just makes a box around those trees. That could be problematic, but most of his force is outside the trees. These guys are firing up and over the trees. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. Blessed Tribes have a much better splash area. That's true. But they're still peasants. You can see their leadership goes down to 2 after getting hit with one little thing from that. That's the Plague Claw secret. It's not about killing anybody. It's just about routing them 3 times. Trebs are back in action, firing over this hill. One of the Plague Claws has come back. Let's go. And they are firing into those filthy French Trebs. Okay. I'll let it go to message. It's my friend, so he can wait. It's fine. Skaven Slave Spears. Just moving up a little bit. We are going to have a bit of an artillery duel, which is strange to see Skaven taking an artillery duel with Bretonnia, and that it's actually going okay for Bretonnia. Nice hits in from the Plague Claw Catapult. Probably going to spike their leadership down. You see it was -5 for just a moment. And the third one comes in. That might be the death knell. -12. They are going to break for a second time. They only have one more break left to come back. Evenstar hugging this little encampment, trying to get himself some minor protection. Potentially. Just proving the point of how obscure rules are. Yeah. I think it's fine. Both players are using terrain to try to protect their artillery pieces. It's whatever. -3. Does it stay low? That second hit is probably going to do it. Yeah, it breaks. You love Skaven artillery! Look at how much damage they've taken. But it's just about routing the enemy crews. cowardly humans with your cowardly crews. This is an overextension, though. Knights of the Realm just going to churn through all this chaff, taking no damage in response with their 90 armor. Charging down some Skaven slaves. It's going to be pretty bad for Evenstar. And his cavalry's doing okay. I mean, not cavalry. Catapults are doing okay. I'm still worried about the staying power of this build without Poison Globes and relying on the double chieftain to fight Fae. Because another beautiful thing about using a paladin, assassin to fight Fae is paladins have anti-large and assassins are infantry, so you don't give them that inherent buff. Who's typing to me? Fire from a relatively open space. Okay, well they're firing from here. And then here they're on the edge of the trees. And as we've seen, Evenstar has no problem hitting Ice Power's trebuchets, right? Like, nothing's getting blocked by the trees. It's getting through. He's winning the artillery fight. Alright. This is why you take Dwellers Below. I like to watch the world burn, so just go ahead. Alright, so Trebuchet is still firing. What is this? Oh, he also put them into single fire formation. Alright, those guys have shattered. So that's fine. I think this Plague Claw crew is only routed once. They have another one in them. Bretonnian Cavalry's been doing okay. A free little Scorch cast. Kind of surprised it didn't hurt the Grace here. It does have a 50% chance to miscast. And the Plague Claws are going to delete that other Trebuchet. I think that's going to shatter it. No, it has one more route left in it. So Bretonnia has to advance now. They're out of artillery. But they have used almost all the Skaven ammo. Now, you spent 800 gold to make the Skaven use all the gold on their 900 gold value units. I mean, it's kind of an even trade, but still, it works, I guess. Some nice shots onto the Knights of Lionheart. Knights of the Realm doing okay. A Skaven calling humans cowards. Humans are cowards, dude. They won't even drink the green sewer sludge. How much more cowardly can you get? We have like 56 people watching right now. That's kind of nuts. We've broken many records for my channel over the course of this stream, and we just keep breaking them. So thanks for being around, everybody. You're great. You're great. I am very ready to watch Plague Monks tear apart peasant mobs. I think everyone is down to see that. Ice is using a skirmish cab very effectively, killing some more spears, though they are just Skaven slaves and clan rats, so who cares? That ammo is much scarier onto Rat Ogres or onto these Plague Monks, but Evenstar is keeping them very far back and safe. He's just playing the true Skaven style, letting some clan rats, some Skaven slave spears die. It's totally fine. Someone was asking me in a YouTube comment the other day what makes Skaven unique, because they feel just like another artillery faction, and it's this. It's the fact that you, Bretonnia, and Vampire Counts have the cheapest infantry in the game, but Skaven uniquely just don't care. You can throw away infantry for any reason you want to. You'll summon more. They don't do anything even if they're around. It's a shift of mindset that's very fun, in my opinion. Bretonnia's pulled back with its foot squad, while its mounted corps keeps trying to do the fight. Now, what I wouldn't hate here from Evenstar is to just charge his Rat Ogres. Well, not without support like this. This is going to be very bad if those are Knights of the Realm. Those are Knights of the Realm. They have anti-large. They're going to slaughter these Rat Ogres. Oh no, with only 30 armor, they are not safe. And that Scorch, probably going to miscast on the Grey Seer. There it is, does a little bit of damage. Does okay damage to the Knights of the Realm, but that is a full Rat Ogre unit dead, and that is a big mistake. Big mistake. What I was going to say I would like the Skaven to do is, since all of the infantry support for Bretonnia has run so far away, to really blob and... oh, I need my arrow. Really blob and head this way, and just force the Bretonnians' hand, but... Ugh, this getting divided up and just getting cycle charge is going to be a problem. Now we'll get to see if the Double Chieftain can do something. They get into the fight they want, but they're also surrounded by... Ooh, Knights Errant, not Knights of the Realm. There's some Knights of the Realm over here, but there's less of them. And Rat Ogres are immediately going to rout off, so it's just these Chieftains. You can see them getting fucking bodied. Oh, no. Paladins are beating them up. Fae Enchantress is beating them up. One of them's already routing at half health. And there he goes. Plague Monks are diving into the fight, but I do think the Bretonnians have a significant advantage here. As this Chieftain is about to go. I'm kind of surprised he's even hung on this long. There he goes. Clan Rat summoned behind the Bretonnians. Other Chieftains in here, but he hasn't landed a single hit on the Hero Corps. They're all still full health without any healing being cast. And now the Paladins are working him down. There is going to be a nice Dwellers Below here from the Fae Enchantress. It will nuke down her own Knights Errant, but they're only 700 gold, and even then they're mostly dead, so who cares? That's going to be a lot of damage onto 2 Plague Monk units. They are trying to run away, but they're still taking a lot of damage from that Dwellers Below and the Fae's Mortis Engine. It looks like Fae and the Double Paladin will pull out now, but Skaven are quite far behind in this game, in my opinion. Balance Power doesn't show it as badly as I think it is going for them, but I do think it is going extremely badly. Now, this could be a way back in the game for them if this Chieftain gets a lot of nice hits on the Fae Enchantress, but she doesn't get caught up. Instead, she just keeps running. She'll take 1 slap on the behind, but she's okay. Is this a CA Embrace tournament or just fan-made? CA doesn't embrace tournaments. What? What are you on about? No, this is just fan-made. It's made by ODM Enticity. You might see him streaming campaign, or you might know him from his Vampire Coast play on Turn stream. Cool dude. Cool dude. I am legally obligated to say that. I have strong feelings about Enticity behind closed doors, but I'm not allowed to express them here.
He's a jewel thief. He steals diamonds for a living. He's a bad man. Go subscribe to him.
Not entirely true. I've seen some tournament recording on their official channel. Once in a while. Once in a while. I used to have, for the Everchosen, they had Italian Spartacus and Turin do it. That shit was hype. I always got excited when the Everchosen came around. How hard is it to get into this community? I usually just play campaign, but this kind of spiked my interest. 2 things about that. One, it can be difficult if you hop straight into it, but if you play campaign already, just play campaign on legendary campaign difficulty, and then very hard, not very hard, normal battle difficulty. What that'll do is that'll get you more armies to fight, and you'll always be outnumbered. But in-game, your units will perform how they should, so that'll get you used to how they feel. Because the one thing that sucks about playing legendary campaign is you end up spamming ranged units, and all your melee units suck, your melee infantry suck, cavalry kind of sucks, so you don't really get to feel how it goes, if you know what I mean. Even star dropped. Okay, I'll deal with that. So I would play campaign on legendary and normal, because legendary also doesn't let you pause. It lets you pause, I think. I don't know. But you can't slow down the game very much. And I think when you pause, you can't cast spells or do anything, which is good. It also practices your micros to do that. And 2, the other point I'll make on that is now is a good time to get into the scene at all, so that you're you're ready for Game 3. That's it. So you can get in the multiplayer scene on Game 3. I am going to talk to Maiden and Bowmore for a second opinion before this is official, but I'm initially leaning on just giving the win to Bretonnia because I don't see any way Skaven were coming back there. I'll run it by Bowmore and Maiden, but that felt to me not winnable for the Skaven. So if I get no responses or people agreeing with me, I'll rule. Okay. And Maiden, I'm going to DM you, but if you're still listening, you can hear me. Bowmore, you're a mod now, by the way. Maiden, why aren't you a mod? You're a mod now, too. Legion, you didn't have the dreaded 13th. Of power was 2/3 in Brett favor. 1 chieftain dead. Most infantry dead. I don't think it was winnable for Skaven. Then all of the sudden lag and drop. Yeah. Not my choice, though, what Legion said, basically. There is no dreaded 13th spell, though. Like, that's the thing, is Legion had Pestilent Breath, which does nothing against Cavalry, and Cavalry was going to carry that game, and he had Vermintide Summon. He didn't have the dreaded 13th, so he didn't have a nuke. He didn't have any Plague Claw Catapults left. He didn't have any... one of the chieftains was dead. There was another chieftain, but Fae... Okay, so here's the big thing, though, is not what the Skaven had, because you could say they had 2 Rat Ogres, they had a couple Plague Monks, and they had a Grey Seer, but the Grey Seer didn't have any spells that could nuke down cavalry. Fae Double Paladin were still full health, and had plenty of healing left in the tanks. They hadn't even spent any. I don't know, man. I think Bretonnia was way too far ahead on that, but I am looking for some... I'll check with other people, but if it's left to just me, I'm going to say Ice Power won it, because it's like... That was a weird time to drop that I can't... Both alive. Were they both in the Skaven formation still? And if not, one was really low. I feel like Skaven couldn't win, but confirming with others. So just hang in there. You only come here for the drama. Well, there's a lot today. Okay. How's this behavior in lobby? Okay. Anyway, insulting players all the way through the series. Both sides are doing it a bit. But yes, I know, Legion. I know. This is subjective as ruling on the vigor when Evenstar was playing. Yeah, they were next to each other. Okay. Just can't be running away. It's a best of 8. It's a best of 8. Let me look at replay again. Oh, God. It's going to suck for Evenstar if I roll against him twice, but we'll do what we can. I would have said the same about the last game. You know, Viking, you have a point. You have a point. So let's take a look. Because the other thing that's weird is that it was very sudden. Like, it was very sudden. There was no lag this entire game, and then the moment of truth, sudden drop. The chieftains were still on the blob. Considering game 2, I wouldn't declare a definitive winner. Anything could happen. True. True, just trying to get back to that point and really reassess how many assets are on the field for each person. Okay. Not Ice Power's fault if Evenstar crashed, though. No, it's true. It's just difficult. Okay, still fighting, still firing, still firing, still firing, still firing. And then this fight with the Chieftain Double Paladin. Routes, he's very low. Okay, but he does squirm away, so that's where he lived. Dwellers, kills a bunch of stuff, yada yada, doing great, yada yada. Yada yada. And then this is where the big... This is where the DC is going to happen, so I can pause it now and just look at assets. Bretonia's ahead on the balance of power. Knights of the Lionhearted, you have all of your infantry left, so you have plenty to block them up while they do stuff. But your only healthy knight... Oh, never mind. You have the Knights of the Lionhearted, you have Knights Errant, you have whatever this is. You have a full questing knight? Okay, they have a full questing knight. Come on. Skaven have nothing left to kill that questing knight. These Rat Ogres are just going to get dragged down. Fae Double Paladin are both full health. Fae's doing fine. On the other side, we have a wounded-ass chieftain, a decently wounded chieftain that already took one fight against them and did nothing. We have Vermintide and Pestilent Breath. So there's no Dreaded 13th. That's just false. I don't think they have anything left. They have one half-health Plague Monk. All their other Plague Monks are dead. I don't think 2 Rat Ogres, a Grey Seer without the Dreaded 13th, and a wounded chieftain are going to carry this. I don't. I will see what Bowmore thinks, because I know he was watching this with me too. So unless he hard disagrees, if he's like, it's your call, I'm going to say Ice wins. If he says nothing, I'll say Ice wins. And if there's actually a disagreement from Maiden or Bowmore, I'll think on it. But like my personal opinion as a Skaven player, I don't think Skaven can win this. But I'll see what the other refs think. Maiden was in the chat for a bit. Bowmore's around. But that's my tentative ruling unless they say I'm just like way out of line. Because what's even up here? Just a mounted yeoman chasing off rat ogres, but it's fine. Sans Terror, BS, Brett wins that easy. Yeah. And what even nothing causes terror here. Chieftain and the Screamville are both that. You know more about Skaven than I do, so I would defer to you. Vote between the modders. Alright, we'll see. And it's not like Bowmore's decision, that sounded kind of like, it was up to Bowmore. It's technically up to me. I'm just curious what he has to say, because he's more experienced at this rule stuff than me, but like... Alright. Yeah, he's saying my call. We gotta have a call. We've already had rule breaks in this thing anyway. Is there any Skaven assets in the outskirts? I'll look for that, but I don't think there is. Nothing, nothing, nothing. We have some routing off spears. We have some routing off rat ogres. And Skaven, balance of power is usually bullshit because of their leadership anyway. Like, leadership doesn't factor in how shitty they are. But, like, what here is going to kill everything? I don't think anything can. Bell does not have terror, no. Yeah, and Ice Power's pointing out he had heals, because there were no heals cast on the Paladin or Fey Enchantress. So, I don't think the Skaven could win. They had a couple Clan Rat summons, no carry potential left. And, well, this is also the thing. This is also the thing, right? Is that the player that dropped was the one that was losing. So this would be different if Ice Power... Sorry, this would be different if Ice Power's PC blew up and he was just demanding the win. But it wasn't. It was the losing player who left the game in a state that I don't think they could have won it. And if they did, it would be a miracle. But then also there is something about, like, if you're constantly DCing, it's on you. Now, this wasn't constant. It was one DC, but it's like... Yeah. I think Bretonnia could not... Well, not could not. I think Bretonnia was going to win that in most cases, unless Ice played terribly. And I think a reset would be unfair, because then it would be 50-50 or Skaven favored again. Because I said at the start of this that it's a Skaven favored matchup. So Ice was already playing better than two AIs. Two AIs fighting, Skaven would win that, in my opinion, every single time. So Ice was already playing better, then he gets into an advantageous position, and the game ends because his opponent DC'd. It is very hard for me to turn around and be like, anyway, play it again. Just do that well again. Just do that. Like, come on. I'm gonna give it to him. That is my ruling. The other mods they don't have the same opinion as me, but it's not always disagreeing. I won't reveal what they're talking about, but that's fine. So, not a popular or easy decision, but I do believe Brett was in an extreme advantage enough that the game does not need to be replayed. I think Brett will take that victory. He doesn't have to be surprised. All right. And I am going to leave this chat before more hurtful things are said about me. Because I just can't take it. When everybody hurts me. No, I'm over it. It's stressful, but it's okay. Did he have mortars? No. And his plague claw catapults are out of ammo. 4 BVL left versus 4 low armored large 2, which would beat up. He has 4 high BVL left. Stormrunner, what is BVL? Yeah. And it's not even about... See, that's the thing, is there's a side conversation here that's happening about, like, whether Evenstar did it intentionally, and even ignoring that, like, because I don't know if he did, and I personally don't think he did, but even if he didn't, like, if lightning struck, I would probably still rule that game that way. Like, it was just... I don't know. I assessed it from every angle, but there was a full health questing night. I don't know what he was going to do about that full health questing night. I don't know. And Mofet's waiting for Ice Power in the finals, so might as well get on with this shit. I'll make a lobby. Boy. You love the spicy ones, though. Oh, okay. You have a lobby? Okay, fine. I'll join you. I swear to God, both of you just play by the rules in this final one, please. No! Don't make me rule stuff. I hate it. I hate it. That's all this stream has been. It's very entertaining for you people, but it sucks. It sucks. Because we're a tight-knit crowd, and it's just like, you know, bad gas spreads fast in a small town. Yo, yo. So, I know I pissed some people off with that, but I would piss some people off if I rolled with Ice Power. And also, you shouldn't tailor your opinions to what people like you or don't like you. You should just do what you think is best. Later, Tater. Time to win an honest best of 3. Never. More rules debate. Alright, what are the maps? Schwarzhofen. Mofet, pick 2. So we have Mofet. This is the first time I've had Mofet on stream, but I fought him on Ant Ladder once or twice, and he is very good. I have never actually seen him go against Ice Power or Evenstar or Void Lulls or any of the other top tier players, so I would be curious how that goes, but I know he is tough. He's very tough. If I'm a football player and my knee blows, I'm benched. That's just life. It's true. If lightning struck, that's God telling you Ice won. Ice is winning, but I think I need to throw a lightning bolt in this real quick. Pacha! Insulting other player after every game and it's only being one-sided is ignored. Legion, it's not being one-sided. Like, real talk, Evenstar was kind of coming back at it. It's just because Evenstar's style is more casual. Like, he'll just kind of say something mean, like, offhand. Like, I was expecting that, but okay. Or, like, the whole, I forget what else he was doing. Like, is Ice being more unsportsmanlike? Yeah. Has he said a racial slur? No. Has he threatened to kill Evenstar's family? No. Like, he just said, and I'm not agreeing with him, but it's just like, come on, man. Be an adult. Like, he's shit-talking in a video game. Until it gets bad, I'll leave him alone. Is it flattering? No, but that's his problem. That's not my problem. You've seen Mofet beat Ice Power on a stream and didn't like it. Oh, I don't hate Void Lulls. I used to hate Void Lulls. Real talk. When I had only played against Void Lulls, he plays in that way that he maximizes every possible way to win, and he pushes the rules to their limit, which is like just true. That's just what he does. But it's also a mental philosophy of, if you're inside the rules, then who cares how far inside the rules you are, as long as you're not breaking them. And that seems to be Void's philosophy. And when I played against him, I hated it. So then I didn't really like him as a person. And then as a tournament host, he wins a lot of my tournaments doing that kind of stuff, right? So I have to talk to him. And I talk to him afterwards when I give him his rewards and his money. He's actually super nice. He's a really nice guy. Don't know why. Don't know why I thought he would be a dick just because he plays in a way I don't agree with, but I did, and he wasn't. So actually, I don't mind Void. And now when he signs up for my events, we have a pretty decent back and forth. Like, I wish him good luck, and when he beats people, I'm like, hey man, good win. Void's super polite. To me. But yeah, Void's chill. And Even Star's actually been super nice to me too. I did not rule against him because I dislike him. Every interaction I've had with Even Star has been extremely pleasant. Though he dodged me one time on that ladder because I said, fight me, punk, and he said, I don't think I will, and then DQ'd. So I guess, never mind, I hate him forever. It's not that he had to go somewhere, that he told me he had other things going on, and he had been queued for 45 minutes or whatever, so he just forgot he had queued. No, it was because he hates me. Duh. It's competitive emotions fly. If I'm playing and the power goes out, yeah, it's cool. Don't worry about justifying yourself. There was something I was supposed to answer. What was it? Someone was messaging me at the very top. Before I had to do rules stuff, I saw it and I wanted to address it. Who was that? Who was that? Quick battle can be bad. No, not that, but it's up in this air. Also, it's really weird that streamers actually responded to me and we're having a conversation. Hey, buddy. I missed that because I was dealing with all the rules stuff, but yeah, I don't have enough people that blow through the chat that I can actually sit and talk to people, so it's fine. My issue with legendary difficulty is the rabid aggressiveness of every goddamn faction. I agree, 100%. I wish trading was a more effective thing, but I guess the game's name is Total War, not Total Trade. I can read the title, but I would say legendary difficulty. I wish the AI were a little more reasonable. Like, you'll be Karl Franz, and you'll be the best friends with the dwarves, and you go, hey man, you want to trade? I'll give you 500 gold a turn, and you'll give me 65. And they're like, no. And you ask them why, and they're just like, Umgi. And you go, wait, you're trading with the Skaven. You're trading with Clan Eshin. And they're like, the rats make pretty good necklaces. I want a necklace. I want to look fly. Fuck you. Don't judge me. I don't know. AI hate. But I do like campaign difficulty on Legendary just because of the aggressiveness of the AI. There can be times, I mean, even on Legendary, the Wood Elves will, I declare war on you! That'll show them time to sit in our forest for 100 turns. I'm sure they'll just die. We don't have to leave our forest. They'll just die out there. Fucking Wood Elves. Don't declare war on me and then just sit. Then just sit. Because they're always on a flank. Because if I'm playing Bretonnia, the Wood Elves declare war on me. I want to go fight the High Elves because I always want to take Ulthuan. That's always my goal in every campaign, is to take Ulthuan as whatever faction isn't High Elves because I find it very funny. Like the Skaven owning Ulthuan is just objectively funny. But I can't leave when there's like 6 armies standing next to Orion just chanting in a circle around a tree, but they never leave. But I know if I get on my boats and I go over to Ulthuan, they're gonna fucking leave the forest and they're gonna burn Bretonnia to the ground. Sad. Anyway. I digress. And that rant got us through another load phase. So I believe Mofet is the red. He is. He's bringing the Slaughterhorn tribe. Very nice of him to do so. Now that we have a mirror match, we get different little banners, so at least it's easier to tell what's going on. Though that does limit his legendary lord choice to only the best one. Mofet has 4 Centaurs with throwing axes, one of which is the ROR Groghooves. We have double Centaurs on the flanks, 1 dog to help chase stuff off. Is it poisonous? It is poisonous. We have double Feral Manticore in the sky. We have a Bray Shaman of Wilds on his chariot with Traderkin and Bray Scream. That is Bray Scream. Torx the Brass Bull and a Gore Bull. Nicely done. 4 Ungor Spearman Herds. Good, good, good. For Ice Power, we have 5 Ungor Spearman Herds. So we already won the game, but we might as well cast it just to finish it out. Tuskor Chariot. Lag. Bray Shaman of Wilds with just Traderkin, Gore Bull, Torx the Brass Bull, double Manticore, a whole bunch of Centaurs, 1 Throwing Axe, 2 Chaos Warhounds, 1 of which with poison, and 2 Ungor Raiders. Similar but different enough armies. Personal opinion on who's going to win based off of army comp. That's tough, because they are similar. So if we take out all the similar things, we have 3 throwing axes. We have 3 throwing axes versus 2 archers, a spearman, and another centaur. And it's very even. I'm going to favor Ice Power's build a little bit because I don't exactly know what these 4 throwing axes are going to achieve if they're kept off of Torx, while as the archers have a longer range and more generic output that they can do okay against a lot of stuff. But these builds are very comparable, but I'm just going to slightly favor the blue one. Slightly. Slightest of the slightly. Mirror match with a mirror army. God damn it. Ah, Beastman. Who would have thought? Yawn. I know Nick Colby. I feel you, buddy. But Ice Power did make a joke at the start, like, Beastmen versus Beastmen, that way they only have 1 terrible game. But I'm still having PTSD from Grom the Paunch, so... Grom the Paunch has been a bigger problem this entire stream than Beastmen. Beastmen feel fair and balanced compared to that fat boy. Archer's missing from a nice job from Mofet. Mofet is kiting out. I believe he's in Russia, then Ice is in the United Kingdom somewhere, and I'm in America, so bear with us. Oh, bear with us. Oh, bear with us. It's Black Betty. It's by the White Stripes. I think they did a duo with Kesha? The White Stripes and Kesha? Black Betty? 1965? Somebody fact check that for me? Pretty sure that's true. Pretty sure. So, Mofet's trying to kite around with some skirmish cav, staying away from the Ungor Raiders, but still trying to stay effective while setting up a surround. That's pretty good. The Spearmen are moving up. Manticore's thought about taking a little charge there, but when Ice Power moved up his Manticores, he ran away. And, yeah. I think somebody was asking earlier about how to get it into the competitive scene. Yeah, joining Enticity Discord, playing on the Ant Ladder is pretty good. And you're not always going to run into, like, Ice Power or Evenstar or any of these guys. Like, there is a Bronze League. There's a Bronze Renown, there's Silver Renown. Like, there are plenty of people of all skill levels running around the competitive scene. My recommendation would just be give it a shot, see how you feel. If you don't like it, then you don't have to keep playing. So, minimal effort, potentially a game you'll really love, potentially a game you'll hate. Doesn't cost you anything. Unless you don't own it, then it costs you, I think, like $40? Yeah, probably. Fake news. Second best song on NFS Underground. It's true. Beastmen are getting us around on the Beastmen, but Torx and the Gore Bull are running through this area relatively unpunished. Kind of surprised these archers aren't just shooting them for the free value, or these throwing axes throwing in as well. There's no healing. Neither of these rosters has healing. So, poke is poke. Ooh, nasty hit onto Tuskor Chariot from Torx, and he does not finish the animation and swing again before they pull away. Good micro. Ice is trying to keep his backline safe because he actually has a backline, while Mofet doesn't have to worry about that. He has nothing to protect, he just needs to hit you in the mouth. Ice wants to protect these Ungor Raiders. Centaurs and dogs taking a fight against dogs. I wonder if Mofet will countercharge. Where are the Traderkins? I haven't seen any Traderkins so far, but that would be a beautiful one if Mofet's caster is in range, which doesn't look like he is. Yeah, he's way out of range over there. Torx, Gorbul, Bray Shaman of the Wilds, and Tuskors all taking a fight against Torx and a Gorbul, so by math, I would think that the side with more stuff over there has it. But while that's happening, Mofet is using his Manticores to terror out off some throwing axes, try to get some good damage on Ungor Raiders. His own Chariot's going burr, so it looks like he's more just using this as a distraction, and he's going to hope that his Gorbul and his Torox don't lose really badly. And they even have orders to run away from this fight, which they're currently trying to do, but Torox gets a little trapped up, which is a brand new sentence that has never been uttered before in the history of Warhammer. Let me say it again just to really feel it, really feel good about it. Torox is getting a little trapped up, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him actually being stuck somewhere for once. Look at it. Consequences. How does it feel? How does it feel to... Ah, he made it out. Never mind. He had consequences for a little bit, and it was nice. Alright, Mofet's running over the back line decently effectively. Ice has secured this area of control, but it looks like some Centaurs are now going to run in and maybe shut down these Ungor Raiders before help can arrive. But overall, it's looking okay. Looking okay for Ice. He has done some good damage in the single entity fight, and with Beastman, that is usually the only thing that's going to matter. Is that Need for Speed Underground? Wait, I missed that. Stormrunner, that's a good game. Need for Speed Underground is great. I personally was a Midnight Club 3 fan. Alright, the Centaur charge did pay off in getting the Ungor Raiders to rout, but can these Centaurs get away from the dogs and spearmans to make it fully worth it? I don't know. Meanwhile, a 2v1 Manticore is going on over here. Beastmen are not winning that one, but over here the Beastmen are winning against the Beastmen. Haha! Very old mirror match joke. Still good. Red Torox from Mofet is not having a good time. Neither is his Gorbel. And Ice is... I mean, the balance power is even, but looking around the map, it looks like Ice has decent advantages in other areas of the map as well. So it's not even like Mofet's winning everything except for the single entity blob fight. Nice is winning the single entity blob fight. But while we looked away, what is this? Torox the Brass Bull getting bodied. Looks like RNGesus has not been in his favor. We have another Trader King coming in, but from who? It looks like it was Ice Powers. So he's trying to get this situation to be a little bit better. That's going to do a lot of damage to these two Centaur units. Not so much to the Spearmen and to the single entities, but it's fine. It's fine. Over here, Mofet's Manticore is now alone, fighting another Manticore from Ice Power and an Ungor Spearman herd. And Ice Power's other Manticore is rampaging into Torox. Now, Blue Torox has gotten a little bit better luck since we started actually watching him again, but I don't know what happened while he was off screen. It was bad. Whatever it was very bad. Centaurs and Centaurs throwing axes, trying to cooperate to take out these Centaurs once they get in range, but since everything is the same, it's all the same speeds, they might have a hard time catching up. Mofet has fallen decently far behind on the balance of power as of now. But Red Torox takes a brutal double hit, it looks like from Gorbel and from Torox. And Red Torox is going to rout, and that might be GG unless Red Gorbel and Manticore can take out the other Torox. I don't see that there's anything Mofet can do at this point in time. Ice Power even has more stuff going on outside, though. So he's winning the single entity fight. He's winning everywhere else. Ungor Raiders are now teeing off into this Manticore that's on the ground. Probably going to get a lot of good damage into it. And I'm thinking we're heading for a GG. Mofet will withdraw. Midnight Club had nothing on Need for Speed 1 and 2. I remember Midnight Club 2 was okay, but Midnight Club 3, that was a banger. Midnight Club had... Sorry, I'll do this. Torox got almost 1,000 value. Gorbel got like 400. But for Ice Power, apparently the Bright Shaman of Wild did all the work, and I'm guessing the Manticores. And they did okay. Anyway. Midnight Club 3 had the perfect amount of like dumb bullshit you could do while driving. Like sliding your car and your tires don't explode, or, you know, your car never flips over and that kind of stuff. But then it was also realistic enough that it was still fun to drive, and you didn't feel like you were just a kid playing with your car. You're just like, brrr, and then I shoot lasers, pew pew, and then my car can fly. That I sometimes feel about some racing games where it's just like nothing matters, so I can't take this seriously. This Midnight Club was nice between those two. For Mofet, similar values on his hero squad, except for his Wildscaster got 1,000 less value. His throwing axes didn't really have a great target like we were talking about, and the Manticores struggled a little bit. So it was good. GG. Thank you, Maiden, for deleting that nonsense. They should give Torox the massive Green Knight. That would sort him out. Yeah, Green Knight can't go anywhere. For being a ghost, it's really strange that he can't move through, like, literally anything. Alright. Ice Power's up 1. And he's the bottom of the bracket, which means game 2, he gets the first pick, so it's going to be Ice's picks. What's the map? Lost Crater? Okay. There we go. 20-ton beast gets stuck in some rats. Dragons nowadays, after the Cav beta, still path out of rats okay, but they do get quite stuck. The biggest problem for dragons moving out is not their mass at times, because they can path through infinite Skaven slaves decently effectively. It's that they sometimes get that stagger animation where they'll stop, and then that's pretty hilarious. It's like this gigantic dragon plowing through literally rats, and all of a sudden stops and goes, ah! Ah! Oh, that hurt. Oh. Anyway, back to walking, and in that time, the Skaven player can get rat ogres in front of them, can actually surround them, could cast a net, like, you know. It's so sad that the dragon stopped that animation. Ethereal should get crazy mass. I'm not entirely against it, because, like, Ethereals can feel annoying. I agree, they can feel annoying, but I don't think there's a lot of Ethereal units in the game right now that are a problem. Karen Wraiths kind of suck. Hex Wraiths kind of suck. Banshees aren't that great, because, like, Spirit Leech and Fireball are so common. That's single target magic damage that's going to do great. Aspect of the Dread Knight's a common spell that just imbues magic damage. A lot of units have magic damage these days. Like, I think there's enough magic damage in the game that Ethereals aren't a problem and could use a little bit of help. Dark Elves Greenskins. Dragons always be stepping on Legos. If there's one Lego on the battlefield, Dragon's gonna find it. Stag Knights. Oh, the Auror Stag Knights. They're good, but I mean, they're 2,000 gold worth of good. So, they're tough. They're very expensive. There's a lot of games the Great Stag Knights just get, like, Traderkind or Spirit Leech down to death. I do agree they're very good. I don't think they need a buff, because they already have really good mass from being Stag Knights, so they don't need a mass buff from being Ethereal. But Green Knight could use one. Karen Wraiths could use one. Hex Wraiths could use one. Hex Wraiths have no mass. They get through nothing. Those are abysmal units. And I want them to be good because they're so cool. To my emo mindset. Ghost skeletons riding ghost horses with scythes. Sounds like an Avenged Sevenfold album cover. And then they just suck. And then they just suck. Greenskin Mirror! It's the Mirror Finals! Do it, do it, do it. Do it, you coward. Do it, you won't. You won't. Okay, I shouldn't say do it, you coward, because that'll maybe influence his choice, and it is a serious tournament. I should shut my mouth. But on stream, I can say whatever I want. Do it! You won't! Yeah! Let's go! Yeah! Let's do this shit. I swear to God, if you both bring 6 skirmish cav and you make me watch that, I'm going to be so pissed. Just take them versus Dowie. They can't do much versus them. Can't they? Put an Overcast Dan's Macabre on them and they crush armor like whoa. I'll have to try that FNG. I'll have to try that. This game is awful. Aww. Sad. Somebody commented on one of my videos, this game is awful, and that makes me sad. I'm expecting to see 2 Grom the Paunches, but if someone's a real OG, they'll take Wurzag, effigy to get the other guy's Grom, and then charge him with, I don't know, Boars or something. I've been enjoying Wurzag. I went on a bit of a Wurzag renaissance when I was learning Greenskins, and I just loved him. I loved Bonewood Staff. I loved all that stuff. And then I realized that basic Fireball is still a spell, and if you cast it over and over again on Wurzag, he's just going to die. Same with Spirit Leech. And he has no regen, and he actually has decently low health, so it's been tough. I can only take Wurzag now in matchups where I think they'll have life, where they'll, you know, Bretonia or something. Bretonia... Skaven, kinda. But you don't need Wurzag into Skaven. Empire has Fireball a decent amount. They also have Outriders, which is a pain in the ass. One of my posters is falling down. I'm going to save that. BRB. Don't you fall off this wall. Get up there. Get up there. What happens if you put two mirrors in front of each other? The world breaks. Don't do it. I tried. Azhag is the best lord in the mirror. Dude, Azhag has burned me way too many times for me to believe that statement. I need Azhag to do some serious work. Flying Terror who can leadership Bob and single and Spirit Leech spam. If he had Arcane Conduit, maybe. But his Winds of Magic are so limited. I'll believe it when I see it, Stormrunner. I'll believe it when I see it. He is better after the particular nerf. The problem with Azhag is he has like 3,000 health while being on a Wyvern. So he's a big target for Skirmish Cav, big target for Archers, Spirit Leeches, Gaze of Mork, and all that shit. But he only has 3,000 health, which is like Skrulk on foot levels. It's really bad for someone that big. And if he ever lands, his model's big enough that you could surround him and get a lot of good attacks in, and he just doesn't have any health. So yeah. I don't believe in Azhag anymore. I like foot Azhag sometimes. For his, if you have like a Black Orc or Savage Orc Biggin build, I can like foot Azhag because he just walks around with them and gives them, it's like 12 leadership. How much melee attack? It's constant 12 leadership, then a bunch of melee attack, then occasionally he'll give them armor and melee defense because of Azhag's Ard armor. So that's kind of fun sometimes. Magic resist? Stone Trolls have magic resist, I think. I think they still do. But now I'm doubting. Yes. F and G. I do believe Spirit Leeching Stone Trolls is a bad idea. Can confirm. So, who will win? Will it be Mofet and we'll go to game 3, or will it be Ice Power and we will end one of the most drama-filled streams I've ever had? The world waits. With held breath, as I get a really good itch on my eye. Oh, that feels good. Oh, my eye fell out. Oh, fuck. Thankfully, I only need one. Ah, I took down the names, not the blocker. See, that's much better. It's much better. Here we are on my personal favorite map. That's not sarcasm. I love the Lost Crater. I think it's the best map in the game. I love being able to sit on top of slightly elevated ground and shoot down so I can see over my own front line. I love it. It's my favorite map. Whole game. Alright, for Mofet, we have Death Creepers, Morgrim's Raging Marauders, one more Spider Rider than 3 Wolf Riders, so 4 Wolf Riders, 2 Spider Riders, one of which is the ROR for each. We have Orc Boar Boys, 2 regular Spider Riders. Other than that, we have Wurzag. Hey, it's fucking Wurzag. Let's go. All right, I'm on Team Mofet for this game. Let's go. It's fucking Wurzag. Double Goblin Big Boss, both with They Need Stabbin'. And Wurzag has his usual kit of Effigia to get. Does he have the miscast chance? Hold up. He does have the map-wide miscast chance. All right, he's trying to burst down that River Troll Hag. Squiggly Beast is good, Bone with Staff is good, Brain Burster, Edbutt, Effigy to get. Edbutt's new. Usually you see Gaze of Mork, Gaze of Mork and Brain Burster, but Edbutt's interesting. Kills Savage Orcs pretty well. On that, Orc Boy front line, mixed with some Goblins, the ROR Night Goblins, because they're just great, and that's that. So Mofet's build is mostly meta with a little bit of Spithe. For Ice Power, we have the Swamp Things, immediately not meta, the River Troll Hag, ROR. Now, they do cause terror. They have slimy shanks, so they stop being annoying. Reduce melee attack by 6 all around them. Ground the Punch, Goblin Big Boss, along with a River Troll Hag who has just Spirit Leech. Then we have 4 Savage Orc Biggins, a Goblin frontline, including the Night Goblin RRs. They're just great. And we have Goblin Wolf Riders, the Death Creepers, Goblin Wolf Riders, more Spider Riders, and more Spider Riders in the back. So 5 Skirmish Cav versus 6 Skirmish Cav. And that's how you know we're in for a fucking banger. There's only 11 out of 12 possible Skirmish Cav. 300 good skirmish. Yes. Love the variety. I mean, I'll take Wurzag over 2 Grom the Paunches, but otherwise, yeah, it's pretty similar builds. It is Savage Orc Biggins versus Orc Boys and more Cav. The builds are different-ish, kind of. Stop Slanesh botting. Stop it. You stop it. Alobium Chiqua. Ice Power's ready. Mofet's thinking about it. They have 18 different unit models between them. And we will see who is really the best. Some fat goblin no one cares about riding some wolves because he can't even stand up. Or the Chad Mad lad who likes to dance in his dance pad. Gets all the lady fungi. Wurzag, the great caster, the great destroyer, the ultimate life form. Hashtag not biased. Skirmish Cav gets off to a good start for Mofet, just shooting at some goblins, though, I mean, they have silver shields, so... Nice Power doesn't really care about that too much. Grom takes up a Skirmish Cav slot? No, he doesn't. You're lying. He's a chariot. Ice Power's outnumbered slightly, but I still think he would take the Skirmish Cav fight a little bit. So it looks like he is. Death Creepers. I'm gonna shoot in. Just over here. Getting some nice little poke in. It looks like Mofet's largely ignoring him and just shooting at the Savage Orc Biggins, which is a good play. They don't have any armor. They just have a little bit of physical resist, but poke's poke. They're an expensive unit. Freeze frame so we can get in nice close and figure out which way all of these arrows are going. Looks like they're all coming in. Very few are leaving. Oh, but some of them are leaving. Not a lot of damage. I don't predict anything consequential will happen until this area meets this area. I've never played multiplayer battles, and I completed all the achievements except defeat a CA member or someone with this challenge, but I love watching multiplayer. Well, it's good to have you. Multiplayer's fun. I like to see all the different builds. Campaign can feel a little samey, and it can also feel quite abusive, because usually the best way to beat Legendary is to just spam shit against the AI, like a million ranged units, or get them locked up in a city gate when they can't move. Nice little brain buster coming in there from Wurzag. Not going to do a ton of damage to the spread out Savage Orc Biggins, but damage is damage. We do have a lot of skirmishing going. I would like to apologize to everybody that's watching the stream. I'm sorry. It's just how it's going to be. Maybe if we get to 1,000 subs, we could get a button where if you pay $10, I'll have a mod installed that if you pay $10, I can just delete units. So it's like, $10? Alright, one Skirmish Cav gone. Give me another $10, I'll delete another one. And the players will be all like, what the hell? This isn't a competitive environment. And I'll be like, but I'm rich, bitch. And that makes up for everything. Back in Serious Land, we do have some Skirmish Cav still going on. Spider Riders in the far back taking a fight against Grom the Punch and Goblin Big Boss. This has to be a mistake from Mofet, right? They aren't going to get any damage in. They don't have enough armor piercing to get through Grom. And the Goblin Big Boss actually kind of squirrely. He's got 53 melee defense. So that is one lost spider unit for Mofet. A little unfortunate, but his front line is now getting engaged. I don't know if Mofet likes that or not, because he did have slightly more invested in the Skirmish Cav game, but we'll find out. Big surround coming in, Mofet deciding just to stop with the whole pew-pewing, and he's just trying to charge in from every direction, maybe rout off some of Ice Power's units, but there are the Swamp Things back here and the River Troll Hags, so big leadership debuff. But one thing that can be said is while Grom the Paunch and his Goblin Big Boss back here, this big Troll unit's back here, River Troll Hags back here, that's like 4,000 or more funds not involved in the frontline fight, so Mofet really has to try to win this frontline fight quickly. Wurzag needs to be spamming spells over and over again to give the Bonewood Staff to all of his troops, and it looks like he's not doing that at this moment, and without the Bonewood Staff, his troops are going to be in big trouble. These Orc Biggins, oh, some of these are Orc Biggins, okay, alright. Orc Biggins getting a wah. We do need a Bonewood Staff cast, so cast a spell. Cast any spell. That's a good spell. That's a good spell. It's going to do a lot of damage. Look at that damage! And now these Orc Biggins are back up to 74 melee attack. And a Brain Burst are going to clear out some more Savage Orc Biggins. So good plays here from Mofet trying to get back into this game. Ice Power is quite ahead on the balance of power, and I would tend to agree. His Skirmish Cav is trying to get into a lot of melee fights, but you can see it's just not really doing anything versus the Goblin Big Boss and Grom the Paunch. Now, I'm surprised Ice Power is not being punished more for having Grom the Paunch and Goblin Big Boss nowhere near his front line. I'm kind of wondering if this is going to go south for him without those leadership auras. Ground the Paunch isn't bullshit because he's an amazing combatant. He's an okay combatant. Ground the Paunch is bullshit because of his auras and how well he makes the green skin front line perform, even though they're supposed to be a bunch of cowardly dogs. Goblin Big Bosses both running around in here. It looks like they were fighting off some more of the skirmish cav. I would like to see them go fight the River Troll Hag, but she is surrounded by the Swamp Thing, so maybe not the best choice. Alright, I accept it. Wurzag getting caught up by Savage Orc Biggins is a very bad situation to be in for him. He's trying to get out of there. It looks like the Savage Orc Biggins are honestly going to kind of let him. They don't seem to care too much. Never mind. With the Mither cast from the River Troll Hag, Savage Orc Biggins are going to try to get another surround on poor old Wurzag, and if he gets dragged down, that will be a GG for Mofet. Now, Mofet's still in this game for now. He's definitely not favored in this moment. Wurzag tries to get an Ed Butt, does some decent damage to Savage Orc Biggins. He mostly just knocks him out of the way. And he might be able to run out of them now that they're not dragging him down. But there are Wolf Riders sprinting in to knock him back into the River Troll Hag, into these Savage Orc Biggins, and that is a big loss for Mofet. His infantry's doing okay, but it didn't do okay enough across the board. Another cast of Brain Burster gives his goblins a little bit of Bonewood Staff improvement to get them in here, get him out. Wurzag is out, he is free. And he still has a chance in this game. The Death Creepers are doing alright against this Goblin Big Boss. That's going okay. They are getting a little bit of support from Morgans and Major Marauders. Hopefully it's not doing enough of friendly fire. And Ground the Paunch is getting beat up over here. Okay, I was kind of confused. I had to assess what was going on for a second. The double Goblin Big Boss from Mofet sprinted out here while Wurzag was getting caught, and they were fighting Ground the Paunch. They're doing very, very well, but now it looks like it might turn against them as the Swamp Things have come in, and if they can, they need to get out of this blob, chase off Ground the Paunch, get away from the River Trolls, yes. And that could be a big turn in this game for Mofet if he can capitalize on it, but it's looking tough. I mean, these goblins are quite stuck. One does slip away, and Spider Riders are on top of him. Alright, Ground the Paunch is gone. There's nothing around here that can bail him out. Wurzag gets a nice little effigy to get, freezes this goblin in place, allows them to take a rear charge from both these Orc Boar Boys and these Death Creepers, and Mofet is playing his ass off back into this game. Doesn't mean he's won it, but he's giving it hell. River Troll Hag's fine. There are some Savage Orc Biggins still running around. There's goblins running around. But Goblin Big Boss is routed, most likely not going to come back. Ground the Paunch is routed, most likely not going to come back. And did Mofet bail out his other Goblin Big Boss? He is trying, but that boy is surrounded by River Trolls. Orc Boar Boys are going to plow in here. Without any support nearby at all, those River Trolls take a massive hit, and with that, their leadership starts to tank. They already get down to negative, and Wurzag is even going to plow into them, and it's just at 0. Can they rout? If they rout, that is huge for Mofet. That is gigantic, getting rid of that unit that just a second ago was full health, and it's 1,200 gold, now running off the battlefield. Mofet does have to rally a little bit. He has to focus up. He has to get rid of that Goblin Big Boss, who is now rallying, but maybe he can rout him again before he really gets his feet underneath him. Another Spirit Leech coming in for Wurzag that I mentioned at the start of this, before this game, I said I recently loved Wurzag, but Spirit Leech and Fireball are just so common. And unfortunately for Mofet, the Swamp Things rally. They run in a direction towards their friends and do rally. He doesn't want to chase them too far there and just get murdered. So this is turning into a good game. I was getting a little worried there. Getting a little worried. Grom's still running. He's kind of running in weird circles, but he is heading for the edge of the map now. Orcs are all rallying, so let's check chat while we still have a second. Niv, if you beat me, the achievement's yours. You're a CA employee? Wait, really? The goblins, you 2 OP, don't beat you, I'm retired. It's the Sobans who are going to have a party. The Savage Orc Biggins, I see. I'll sell you the achievement for €1,000,000. What the? That Goblin Big Boss rallied. I think maybe because the Death Creepers were stalked. When he's routing, he can't see them that they're stalked. But actually, that's kind of bad for the blue player. It's weird to say that a unit rallying at all is bad, but him running could have prolonged things for a little bit. Him actually getting caught. This is his 3rd route. He's just going to shatter immediately, so he's gone. Saves Mofet a little bit of time, so he can come back. Red team has plenty of skirmish cav left, actually. I would not be surprised if we saw an extended skirmish phase here while he just got his assets together. But I think Mofet's got this, you guys. To be fair, you normally have 15 to 20 units still. It's just your unit groups are far more important. You can't click one group and attack. I'm intrigued by multiplayer because it reminds me of really early campaign battles. You don't have 20 stacks all the time. Yeah. Late campaign can get a little boring sometimes. Rip Wurzag. Wurzag lives, Stormrunner. I'm in the future, I can tell you that. Just a random 2v2 or 3v3 battle multiplayer lobby. A lot of players who are fairly new and normally it's easygoing. Or are you pitching Logic's Discord? Because that'd be a good thing. If you lose, just blame your teammates. Hi.
Come here. Let me worry about her.
Okay.
She's like, it's hung up, but she can get it up.
Okay. One sec. Dog's having issues. Okay. Beer beat. Okay. I'm really sorry about that. Dog is like half choking on something. She's breathing, so she's okay, but she keeps doing this like motion like she wants to throw up, but she can't. So we're working on that. My bad. Happy to see whereas I win, no cast no win. Yeah, it doesn't count because I left. I'm judging by this that Mofet did actually win. And Grace is going to call the vet now and see if anyone will answer. It is Sunday, so it's tough to tell. Very well played by Mofet. His double goblin big boss play was excellent. And yeah, Goblin Wolf Rider Archers did fine. Okay. I hear her talking to someone on the phone, so she reached somebody. I'm back. Sorry. IRL issues. You can take care of your dog, we'll be fine. Yeah. Well, right now there's nothing I can do, so that's why I'm keeping you company and looking over here. Because Grace is on the phone. Hey, bud.
But we just started here.
She's still doing it, but we checked. She's breathing, so she's not choking.
Yeah, her belly looks fine, and she's breathing. It's just every once in a while.
Cat does the same for ball comes out eventually? Maybe.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, she'll hopefully be okay. She's trying to figure something out. Dogs don't usually have fur balls, though. I know my cat vomits constantly, so it's not really a big deal. Yeah, dude. Around the Discord a lot. We chillin'. Alright. Human, get back to your stream. Yeah, Bob, man. Yeah. You thought I just left because I didn't want to be here? We had a dog in danger. Dogs are worth everything in life. But this is the last game. Give her some water. Might had to go up her nose. It will calm in time. Yeah. We're hoping she'll be okay. Because, like I said, she's breathing, which is the biggest part. If your cat vomits... okay, not constantly, Viking. Not constantly. I meant that, you know, he'll at least vomit up something once a day or so. Once every 2 days on average. Got medication, stop vomiting. Yeah, Ed once... my cat, his name is Ed. Ed once got, like, this weird piece... because once we got it out, I could see it, and it looked like old-timey sailor's rope. Like, you know, that, like... that kind of straw spun together rope that's on like galleons or Ship of the Lines or that kind of thing. He had like a chunk of that in his stomach somehow, and I have no idea where he got it because we don't have anything like that around the house. But yeah, that was just... and whenever he ate food, he would throw it up because it blocked his system, and he had to get surgery, and then they missed it. Okay. How dare you take care of a dog in the middle of a stream? Yeah, how dare I? I'm a real piece of work. Sorry, IRL issues. Okay. Bum, bum. Bag. Grace is still on the phone, so as soon as she's off the phone, I'll pop out there and make sure everything's okay. Bob, man. Your dog didn't die, so I can make fun of you. I love Bob, man. Okay, so triple pick. I do have the blocker up, right? Right. And I have to update the score. Cool. I have a job to do around here. 1. Miss Microed. Grom. Rip. Okay. Chaos. Vampire counts. Wood Elves. Band Chaos. On Le Anguille. So the map is a big factor. You can't reliably use shooting factions here. Or at least they take a little bit of a penalty from the map. My cat used to puke every day. Then I swapped her food back to the kind she had at the shelter, and she's been fine ever since. Huh. Oh, Ice Powers Dark Elves are up. Okay. Dark Elves ban Wood Elves. Chaos is bad into them. Vampire counts is not great. If Mofet knows that, like, build I saw Tank bring, he might do the Vargeist thing. But I don't know. I've beaten that before with my dumb Marathi double Hydra blob. Just Marathi, you stack as many AoE debuffs as you can in the same spot, and then you let double Hydras kill an entire army for 35 minutes. It's peak gaming. Nice pants, by the way, human boy. I got them for Christmas. They're lumberjack pants. For when you want to go be a lumberjack, but you don't want to wear a flannel. They're great. They also show off my buns. Haha, I made a joke about having a nice ass while my dog is in trouble. And now I'm sad. My cat used to drool constantly. Oh. Hazel drools if we get her in the car. Okay, we have VC versus Dark Elves. This is probably favored for Ice Power, but we will see. Not unwinnable. I'm gonna go check on how the phone call went. Irby. How we doing?
Okay, so she said that it could count off if she was wrong with the dogs. The other thing, she did try, it's not like she tried to hack some down, so she said maybe try to give her a little bit of food and see if you could slow down, because if she is, then that probably means there's something stuck. My thing was that I told them that she was eating that cheesy bar thing, and she could have gotten a chunk off, and she was like, yeah.
last game no matter what. Okay. Alright. We're back. If your dog doesn't like getting touched somewhere or refuses to eat, drink, that's a problem. Seemed fine. Yeah, she was fine. She was fine. Stream and turn into Vets R Us. The vet on the phone just said, give her some food, give her a little bit of water, observe. It could be kennel cough, which is just the dog version of a cold, or could be big issues, but nothing immediately threatening, so we can finish out the stream. After this game, this is it. This is the finals. Whoever wins this game, game 3, wins it all. And then I'm going to go hug a puppy and make sure that she's okay. Depends on the dog. Heard some dogs try to let their owners know something's wrong. Yeah, her tail was between her legs. That was big sad. Hazel doesn't do that a lot. First game. What do you think if it's Gorich Throt instead of the Castron? It's maybe more expensive ink. The Squawk abilities for that. Someone's commenting on a previous video about where Gorich was taken. I do think Gorich is too squishy for what he does. He's just expensive and dies. Sad face. And the sad face is that they know I'm serious. You were at an animal clinic a few weeks back and you dropped on a phone call with a woman, asked an emergency check her rabbit because it didn't poop for a whole day. Constipated rabbit. Alright, Dark Elves versus Vampire Counts. Last game, L'Engui. Ice Power's ready. Mofet's thinking about it. And Ice Power's build is interesting. It's not the... I guess it isn't interesting depending on your angle. But it's interesting to me. We will see. Is there anything I need to do? He's doing his call at the moment on stream. Yeah. Okay. Just checking in. Sorry, I was checking on some Enticity stuff. There's a lot going on. I'm like, does any of this need my attention right now in the tournament I'm hosting for him? And it looks like it does not, probably. If not, it's not my problem. Human Boy, have anyone else lecture you about armor on the Burning Head vid you made recently? Yeah. It's pretty funny. I made a video recently that a lot of people have seen because it has like over 30-something thousand views, which is nuts for my channel, so that one's popping off. But I love the people coming into the comments and being like, well, you shouldn't cast Burning Head on it anyway, you dumb piece of shit. And I'm like, I didn't. I'm the Skaven player. I'm telling you to stop doing that to me because it happens all the time. It doesn't do anything. And then the other angle is, one of my favorite comments was like, well, you just cast infinite Burning Heads on them and eventually they'll all die. It's still a good plan. And I'm like, nah, dude. You have very limited Winds of Magic. 2 overcasted Burning Heads is like half of what you're going to get for the whole game. You didn't even kill any of my Poison Globes. People. The internet is full of people and people I disagree with. I am right. Everyone else is wrong about everything. That's why I'm winning this tournament right now. Duh. Anyway. Focusing. We have the Crows of Cain and another Harpy unit from Ice Powers. This build I said was weird because it's like very old-fashioned. This is not what I've seen Dark Elves take recently. Double Manticore, Marathi, 2 Cainate Assassins, triple Dread Spear, triple Blackguard. It's very old-school Blackguard spam versus Vampire Counts, which recently I've seen either full Skirmish Cav or Monster Blob. I haven't seen Blackguards in a while, so let's see if they still got it in them. On the other side, we do have the quadruple Vargeist build that I had seen Tank and other people use. I think Voidlaw's also used it, but I don't know who made it because I didn't ask. I just know I see them taking it. We do have the Dire Pack, other than the 4 Vargeist. We have a White King and a Necromancer on foot. White King has Scab Scraith, Necromancer has the Forbidden Rod of Stroking, and Gaze of Nagash. Up in the sky, we have a Blood Dragon Vampire Lord. With Invocation to Heck, Dance of Helves, Mask of blah, 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 Macabre, and some zombies. To summon, we have zombies that are real up here. We have Skeleton Warriors mixed in with Graveguard with great weapons on the ground. I mean, it's a good build. Makes sense. I would like to try to fit in a Mortis Engine if you could, but Mortis Engines could be weak to the kite play, so I could see not wanting it. No Witch Elves? Yeah, I know, right? I pretend to know Warhammer 2, but it's all guesswork. Everything's guesswork. Because another thing about Warhammer that can be tough to cast sometimes, as these guys are advancing and I have time to just talk to you about whatever I want to talk about, is that you can set up everything you want in the entire world, and it cannot matter. Because if you've seen one of my videos from earlier where I had the Green Knight versus Marcus Wolfhart, and the Green Knight literally, in a test 1v1, missed 18 attacks in a row on Marcus Wolfhart. 18 in a row on Marcus Wolfhart in melee. You'll know that all your best laid plans go to shit as soon as RNG is involved. So it's like, you tell people what's probably going to happen, then you cross your fingers and hope that it happens. Because if you're wrong about anything, it's always going to be in the comments. Like, wow, you stupid idiot. You should know that Foot Balthazar Gelt beats Grom in melee. Of course he's going to hit him 35 times and Grom's going to miss every attack. That's just obvious. You're stupid. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. Alright. Gaze in the Gash, I don't know if it was overcast or not, but it hit some Harpies because it was aiming for Marathi and she got behind the Harpies, so they blocked most, if not all of it. And I've heard, FNG, I take Witch Elves here sometimes, like the Sisters are singing Doom or something, but I don't know. I think Cyrus was the one who pointed out that Rampage stops stuff from crumbling effectively or from disintegrating as it should, and also they die to Scab's Wraith, so I don't know. I've heard opinions that maybe you shouldn't take Witch Elves here. Mofet's slow advancing. Ice Power's slow advancing? He's technically not advancing right now, but I think that's just a lapse in micro. I don't think that's nefarious. I'll give him a couple more seconds, because these Canyon Assassins don't count as attacking. Alright, he's moving some stuff now. Because the Canaan Assassins, single entity little skirmish guys, don't count as attacking unless it's a Lethanar for some reason. But he's moving up now. So it was a momentary lapse. Not enough for like a whole thing. Ooh, nice. Gaze Nagash is going to rampage the Feral Manticore into action. Probably not the action anybody wants, though he is ignoring the zombies and going for the White King. So classic Rampage. Being silly, even though you think they would just attack the nearest thing. No, they have to pick a target that's worth attacking, I guess. And that's unfortunate. But one Manticore is probably going to die here if the Blood Dragon Lord decides to land on him. No, it's just going to breath attack him. And it'll do really good damage. Okay, nicely done. That with some Graveguard with great weapon support, the Manticore is most likely going to run away. And the Vargheists should be plenty to chase it down. So one Manticore lost. Good start for the Vampire counts. Aren't they technically skirmishing? Only multi-entity models count as skirmishing. Same way as even in melee, single entities don't count as attacking. Like you can't just cycle charge with Grom the Paunch while the rest of your army runs away. Doesn't count. Blood Dragon Lord thinks about fighting Marathi, but she gets out of range before his melee attack completes, so it doesn't hit. Lethanar is just a legendary artillery piece. Yeah, he's weird. He's very strange. We have the Blood Dragon diving in. This could be a big mistake. Helm of Discord's on him. He's got all of his buffs popped. He's got Scroll of Shielding. So Mofet knows this is dangerous, but he dives straight in there, and the Vargheists aren't helping. They've got to get in here. I think he's waiting for the Soul Stealer to come out before his Vargheists come in, but, I mean, look at how much damage his Blood Dragon Lord's taking. This could be a huge problem. Now Vargheists are landing in the middle of Blackguard. This... Yee! I don't like it. I don't like it. Blood Dragon Lord got out, though. That's doing okay. Canaan Assassins popped their Web of Shadows, so I guess all's well that ends well. That was the scariest shit I've seen all day. And I saw Ted 2. Ted 2. The horror you didn't know was a horror. Vargheists are getting kind of destroyed by Blackguard and Harpies at the moment, but they will hang on. They're undead. They can heal. Harpies actually break, so that could be big for them. Blood Dragon Lord is trying to... What? Oh, that was a weird perspective. He's up in the sky. Okay, I thought he was on the ground and doing all that stuff. That looked weird. Vargeist is supporting. Marathi's stuck down there with her double assassin, though. You know, it's not such a big deal for her. Blood Dragon Lord's going to fly away from his Vargeist with the Soul Stealer. And he even gets away from his infantry, too. Very nice stuff from Mofet. It only hits himself and the White King. White King's a little bit of a casualty of that, but still, I mean, pretty good. Pretty nice, clean played game from Mofet. Vargeist chasing off Harpies is very good. Dark Elves are behind on the balance of power, and I tend to agree. Vargeist are now getting in a big aerial fight with Marathi and her Manticores. They're going to immediately dive to the ground, get down to their Blackguard, who can help them out. And how are we doing on the Blackguard front? One is extremely wounded, but two are very, very healthy, so that can be good for the Dark Elves. Vargeist getting a little bit of healing. That's nice for them. Something rallied over here. Looks like maybe the Vargeist. I got a little confused by that perspective. Dogs chasing off Dread Spears. Do we have any Dread Spears left? No, it's all Blackguard and single entities. Okay. Lethanar doesn't count attacking in fruit rules. I didn't know that. Now I know. Hey, assassins don't count. I can't believe he didn't take more damage. Yeah, the Blood Dragon Lord diving in there, I'm really surprised how clean he got out. Though he's down to half health now. I think he has plenty of healing left, though. Harpies running over to Vargeist, going to take some damage. That's another beautiful Soul Stealer coming in from Marathi. Though the Vampire Lord isn't in it, it looks like he's going to cancel it at the last second by using... I'm going to pretend that didn't happen. Using a bolt thing that I can't remember. It's Doom Bolt. Using a Doom Bolt on Skeleton Warriors because he misclicked instead of the Necromancer. And oh boy, those Blackguard of Nagron took a big breath attack. That was crazy, wasn't it? Man, that's nuts. I missed that happening. I wasn't tongue-tied about a Doom Bolt, that whole thing. Alright, this Manticore rampages, meaning Ice Power can't pull it down into the ground where he has support. It has to stand against all his Vargeist alone, and he's not winning that fight. Blood Dragon Lord is going to get out of the Soul Stealer with his Helm of Discord pop, get a beautiful charge on the Canine Assassin, and then just paths his way out. He's not going to stay for another attack as Marathi is charging in from behind. Soul Stealer's doing good damage to the Vargeist, but the Vargeist are taking down a Manticore. It looks like Dark Elves are behind on the balance of power. Zombie Summon comes in as well to surround the Blackguard of Nagorond, and Ice Power will concede. Boom, boom. A counts as attacking and banner as a special exception. Ah, okay. Well, now I know. I don't run into a lot of situations where Lethanar is just attacking me and nothing else is, so it hasn't usually mattered in my life. For Ice Power, Marathi got almost 1,000 value. Both Arcanate Assassins got more value than her, which is a little surprising. Blackguard did okay, but this is part of the reason that... Remember at the start when I mentioned this build feels outdated? It feels like players have gotten good enough at cycle charging and at breath attacks that just like a Chosen box or a Phoenix Guard box or like really any reliant box on infantry just grinding through infinite amounts of everything else, it just doesn't feel like that works anymore. And you saw Mofet had really good breath attacks, he had good summons, he had great cycle charging. So, yeah. Anyway, I would love to sit and chat, but I hear Grace panicking out there, so I'm going to go... GG, well played to both players. GG, well played. Mofet, contact Enticity for your reward. IGGG. Alright, I'm heading out. I got things to go deal with. Thank you all for being here. It was a great stream. This is more than the people we've ever had by like 20 plus people. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. We have a good time. We do this sort of thing. We do one-off streams. We have streams where I play. We have replays. We have replay bingos. We have community events. We have funny meme videos that like take 30 seconds. You get everything. This is an all-in-one Warhammer channel. That's the last time I pitch. Goodbye. I have to go forever. Goodbye. And